Previously on Twin Portals.
The silver waves of justice charged into the Chasm of Neverwinter in a quest to preserve the seal and keep untold horrors from wreaking havoc in the city above. Their efforts were interrupted by the Jolly Gents, who were able to steal away the power fueling the barrier and teleport away. After the battle, SWOJ found themselves on a small rowboat on a murky underground lake with an unconscious adversary and an obsidian tablet left behind by their former companion, Antediluvian Jake. With a platoon of Neverwinter guards taking aim from the nearby shore, SWOJ has little choice but to lower their weapons and approach the authorities.
Yeah, Lark, you just jumped off the boat and marched right up to the phalanx of guards who immediately lowered their shields, pointed their spears, whipped out crossbows. There are a couple more like scholarly-looking types in the back towards the figure whom you assume is Lord Neverember based on his royal leonine commanding presence. Everyone seems to be tuned in to whatever he does or says. What are the rest of you doing as Lark marches up? Are you all on the boat still, or what's your status?
I'm moving forward holding two weapons. I'm really trying to not look like a threat. Whatever they want me to do with the... You
just said holding two weapons and then really trying to not look like a threat.
Yeah, but it was confusing. When we stopped the last time, I was like, I'm holding him in the air. No, that might look threatening. No, this is a conundrum that me personally, I've not had to experience before. So
are you like Fury Warrior right now? Like
no, I'm trying to make... I'll put him down.
Ka-thunk on the little crappy rowboat.
I'm sorry.
Almost break through.
I was confused about what you wanted with my hands. I didn't know what to do with my hands, so...
They just called out, defend Lord Neverember.
Yeah, and that's what scared me.
Yeah.
No. We already got the bad guys. Zay calls out.
You don't get a response to that. What about Ilka? What are you up to?
I am covertly hiding the Stone of Galore on my person so that it will not be snatched when we get there.
Okay, one of the guards who seems to be in charge says, surrender now. Drop your weapons and come forward.
I just did.
I show my hands. We're on the boat.
Lark's the one in front, marching right up.
Yeah, don't worry. We have her incapacitated. I point back to little Joan.
And one of them in the back is like, they've incapacitated a woman.
This is little Joan from the Jolly Gents. They were here to kill the hungry elder.
This is the one wearing the same outfit as the arrested member that was at the Hall of Justice last night.
Wait. Oh, that's true. I am wearing the Jolly Gents outfit.
Yeah. They're writing down your words as you say them.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Hi, what else would you like us to do?
They read you your Neverwinter rights.
Oh, man.
All of us or just Lark?
All of you.
From the boat?
And if you let them, they bring out manacles to like chain you up behind your back.
Wait a minute. I think there's some kind of misunderstanding. We're the good guys.
Again, they don't respond. They say, we're taking you in.
Do we have to come to shore?
Well,
you're standing on the boat
Lark
on the edge.
behind.
Yeah.
How many guards are there?
At least 20.
Ooh, I don't like those odds.
With crossbows.
Yeah.
And a potential lord of the city.
And some scholarly types near him, too.
Yeah, they probably got some game.
And they sent everyone down. Interesting choice.
They've already pulled up their fireball index cards.
Yeah, in fact, one of them in the back right now is one of them in the back is already carving out, like, looks like a teleportation circle about 10 feet wide out of chalk on the rock near the beach.
I'm going to move forward. Well, actually, I would also, this is bizarre, I would like to try an insight check to see if I believe... Do I sense anything from the speaker who's shouting orders at us that they might be deceiving us?
Roll insight.
11.
You get the sense that whoever this is fiercely loyal and committed to their job. Yeah, there's not a sense of like, ooh, we're going to get them through deception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll submit.
Okay. You guys have a moment here to like, if you do let them take you in, you can try and sleight of hand something to hide it or do something with it.
Who's got the tablet?
Lark does.
Yeah, I need to hide the tablet. Yeah, I'm going to sleight of hand the tablet.
It's like iPad sized, so where are
the
you
new
going to put it?
iPad mini size?
But I mean, I am wearing, well, I guess I'd find it under there. I mean, I've got my cloak over my guard uniform leather armor over some regular clothes. I'm going to, I have my hat, which folds up really small.
True.
It's a secret compartment. I'm going to...
That also folds up really small.
Yeah, maybe there's a bag of holding in my hat.
You could send a message on the tablet to the bagman.
Bagman, there's this dragon that wants to meet you.
A bag telegram.
Yeah.
I don't. Is there anything in the if I search the if I have a sense of the cloak or the Jolly Gents uniform after having worn it so far, is there anywhere in there that I could secret away the obsidian tablet?
Well, there are pockets. There might be one that's big enough to store it on the inside. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to slide it into one of those pockets surreptitiously.
Sure. Roll sleight of hand, Lark.
If you were pat down, it would just seem like extra firm armor.
Right.
That is a 19.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me just make sure that's a 9. It is a 19.
Okay. Anybody else?
I would probably, if I got a sense that people might try this, I would try to make a bigger show of just draw some attention. Like, just try to, that's a little tight there, Brett. Not aggressively, but trying to crack jokes and get people to, hey, look, Ma, look what I can do.
As if you're like using the help action, like, so Justin could roll with advantage.
That would be nice. Just something where at least I'd like to have a few more of them than probably necessary have their attention on me.
Okay.
It's like, wait. No, I got a bad shoulder. Hold on.
Yeah, they have very little patience, and they're like pushing you and being rude, tightening it, putting an extra rope on top of the manacles.
Yep,
yeah.
that's probably the right call.
Solid steel.
I think that's a good, you're really good at your job, sir.
What's your other roll, Justin?
20.
20?
Modified 20.
Okay. Whew.
So it got me 1 extra.
Yeah. Well, that was the DC, so
hey!
it's a good thing. Ilka or Zay?
As we're rowing a little bit closer, I think I'm going to be playing the Big Rock Candy Mountain on my concertina.
Which verse?
You're an asshole.
Oh, geez. All the cops have wooden legs.
Oh, no.
And all the dogs have rubber teeth filling up their heads.
One of them taps along to it.
Good.
The other ones are like, keep it professional, Johnson.
I also say I would like a receipt for that cloak and that axe and the anchor. It's okay if that goes away.
Really?
Yes.
This is like Diablo style. You're just like replacing your inventory with a new one, salvaging the old
I only
one.
have like 3 things since we've been cloned.
Right.
Right. That's why I'm surprised that you're just like, get rid of it.
I can't sleight of hand an axe that's bigger than me, and I can't sleight of hand the cloak.
True.
There's no way for me to. So I'm like, I see that I have those things, and I would like them back.
True. So, Lark, you managed to find a way to, like, in between your armor plates with the poncho and the pockets, like, it's just smooth enough against the flat of your back that they don't detect it as they're patting you down. And you managed to kind of keep it tucked in there.
Great.
Behind you. And they take you in. That you notice, Ilka and Zay, that the manacles they put on you guys have some kind of gold filament that seems to restrict your magical ability. It's you feel like if you were trying to like use a vocal spell or something, it'd be difficult. You can sense that.
I gently am like testing it a little bit to see what I can learn about the gold filament.
Sure, yeah. They're enchanted in some way, clearly.
Did they happen to have a pair that was small enough for a halfling?
Yep, they're adjustable.
Adjustable manacles.
Yeah, it's like some kind of like fluid metal. It's very, very intricate.
Yeah. Oh, like the T-1000?
Magic.
Yeah.
T-1000 handcuffs?
Yeah. And then once the teleportation circle is complete, you're taken towards it. If you guys have any other last things you'd like to do in this cavern, they take Joan with them as well. She's still unconscious.
Do we keep the scale and the dragon tooth?
They're taking your weapons away from you. They're patting you down and taking anything that might seem it would be a threat. So, climbing tools, anything sharp, anything that looks obviously magical,
and
they're prizing off of you.
The youngest elder is done?
Its body is still out there, yeah. Yeah.
Justin, you might remember the whale video from Oregon where they tried to blow it up with dynamite? Yeah. Back in the 70s.
Yep.
That's kind of what I'm picturing they have to do to get rid of this thing afterwards.
You notice there are lots of little things kind of like nipping at it, even out there. You can see in the distance.
Ah,
like
circle of life.
Oh,
yeah. There it goes.
Gross. So
wonderful thing.
Do we have any more sense of the seal?
You don't. And there's a teleportation circle being carved that's lighting up, which implies that it is now gone.
Because you can teleport in, the seal would have prevented that before?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Portal magic won't work through it.
Oh.
We could have DD'd right on out of here. Could have.
2 of us could have.
I thought teleportation runes wouldn't work with the seal in place.
And one of the guards says, exactly.
Oh, no.
You guys notice that Lord Neverember appears to just be watching you all very carefully. He's got this sort of predatory kind of glare.
I give him a "What's up?" head nod.
He smiles at you.
Yeah.
Did you? I already forgot what Matthias said. Did you hide the stone?
Yeah, the stone is hidden on me.
Oh, roll sleight of hand for that too, if that's what you're doing. You can use advantage too, since Scoot was making a show.
Roll it again. It's better.
24.
That will do it.
I'm not much for performance, but I have got a great creating a scene bonus.
So, I mean, it's like a bit smaller than an avocado, so you could fit it like in your armpit, shoe, I don't know.
It's in my bra.
Bra.
Elka wears a
Obladi.
bra. Call it a binder.
Binder.
But it fits in there. Beautiful.
Sure. Yeah.
Trapper keeper.
Ties in.
In between her bosom.
Yes. In Ilka's Trapper Keeper.
You're all plopped into a stone building. You're indoors, standing over a new teleportation circle that's clearly been there for a long time. It's well maintained. And you're shepherded by these guards. Some of the guards go off in different directions. Lord Neverember seems to be issuing some orders to them. You know, you can hear him. Roll perception, everyone, to figure out what you can glean about your surroundings.
When I get to a special roll, I'm using this.
Amazing die.
Where's Prague? Is it in Czechoslovakia?
Zaya has
Republic.
been so quiet this whole time because she's just been on alert. And I just rolled a nat 20. So
Wow.
I'm at
Zay's
27.
got you covered.
Dang.
27?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Where are all my notes? Let me look.
Yeah.
You have a plus
Just
7
hand me a
modifier
card.
to
You see
perception?
everything.
I do.
Holy
Just
cow,
hand that
that's
script over to
amazing.
Kendra.
Yep.
I thought about for the Obsidian tablet just like making an Obsidian file and just like giving it to it, and then I was
That would have been amazing for me and no one else.
time-sensitive.
You got 27? I got the same, except
Oh my God.
except for the number 2.
Guys,
Yeah, he's
I
a 7.
got a 7.
Ilka
have it-
had 10.
10,
12.
12. You guys can tell you're in a stone room. It looks kind of like the Hall of Justice that you were in before, but like much nicer and clearly like not the dungeons, somewhere else. Looks kind of temple-y, like Masonic temple-y.
Kendra, here's a blueprint.
Kendra and Scoot, you're paying
No.
attention.
He has
I got a 7.
7.
I got a 7. A 27 minus the 2.
Oh,
Sorry, bad joke, and I'm glad we could spend more time on it.
wonderful. Scoot, you're just happy to be alive. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, you can hear Lord Neverember giving clipped, succinct orders to his guards to bolster the guard presence on the wall around the Chasm district. Keep an eye out for any signs of magical activity. Reach out to all allies in the area, the elves, the dwarves, every mercenary group they can get a hold of, to beef up the presence within the city as far as security goes. Bring back guards and masks as available from the war front. He's in like crisis mode right now, bringing everyone into the city as much as he can. Then he whirls around to the 4 of you and motions to a couple guards. There's a sort of cleric-looking type with a big hammer sigil on their tabard, and the same guard captain from before. And those two follow him into a side room, and the guard, before he goes in, he gestures to the 4 of you to come as well. There are a couple other guards watching, so if you guys want to comply or not, it's your choice. But
Oh, I'm feeling compliant.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Zay leads the way.
great. You're taken to a side, small, looks like kind of a courtroom, like an indoor courtroom. There are some motifs of justice. Anyone who has a little bit of religious knowledge or storytelling knowledge will recognize the symbolism of Tyr, the god of justice and retribution and warfare. And they usher the 4 of you to this round area where the clericy-looking type casts a spell. Everybody make charisma saving throws.
16 for Zay.
Okay.
14 for Ilka.
14 for Lark.
14 for Scoot.
Whoa.
What?
Okay, Zay, you get the sense that you're in a zone of truth. You're compelled to only speak the truth. However, you can resist if you choose to. Everyone else, you really get the sense that you can only tell the truth right now. And you can try to resist, but it'll be very obvious
Okay.
to anyone watching.
Okay.
So does that mean that Neverember and the cleric are also in the zone of truth?
No, so Neverember stands to the side,
Oh, okay.
and the guard captain type person wearing a helmet holds out a scroll and starts reading to you the list of accusations against you while you've been brought in. And he explains to you there are many offenses for which you have been seen as potentially guilty. We're going to go through them one by one. You'll be given a moment to speak your case and explain the truth. Do you understand?
Yes.
Mostly.
Such honesty.
Great.
Nod from the other two. Okay. First of all, concerning the murder near the Moonstone Mask, 1 day ago, were you responsible?
No.
We heard about that, but that was not us.
Which murder?
The murder of Shimmer Blackwell?
That was Shimmy?
Yeah, Slim Shady.
Oh, no.
Slip and Shimmy?
Yeah. No,
No.
we like Shim.
I mean, I don't think we needed clarification there. We did not murder anyone
I didn't know which murder he was referring to.
outside of.
We haven't murdered anybody.
I wasn't out there. There could have been dozens of murders.
I mean,
Murders-
regardless of which murder it wasn't us.
It wasn't us.
I wasn't
we
there.
try to avoid murder whenever possible.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, we're the good guys.
I often don't murder.
The guard says, do you consort with Bregan Dareth? The
Yes!
mercenary group.
Define consort, because
Have we met them?
It's an open-ended question.
Yes.
I mean, consort sounds.
What's
More-
your relationship with them?
We know a couple Bregan Dareth guys. I don't know that I would say that we consort with them, though.
Anybody else?
we are familiar with Bregan Dareth.
Do you want like a lawyer or something?
They
Oh, did we get our rights?
Yeah, they read us
They
our
did.
rights.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that included?
Zay thinks back in her brain as to whether, because they wanted to take credit for bringing the gold back to Waterdeep, but in the end we did not give them any sort of credit. Is that correct?
It was understood, I think. They were also hoping that we would help to sort of get their name a little bit clearer in Neverwinter as well.
Right, but I was gonna talk about Bregan Dareth, the folks who helped save Waterdeep.
Yeah,
but
it was never really
I
a
don't
big
think
public thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was sort of
Right, okay.
understood with the masked council there, I think, but
Yeah.
But would it
Zay
be
remembers
understood
that.
in a way that it made it to Lord Neverwinter?
maybe not.
Okay.
Lord
Zay does
Neverember,
not. Zay remembers that and doesn't say that out loud.
Lord Neverember leans in and says to the four of you, "Are you spies from Waterdeep?"
No.
No.
We are
No
not.
one would hire us as spies.
We're so sneaky, though.
Best answer so far.
He kind of smirks a little and nods, and then says, "Why did you free a prisoner from the Hall of Justice last night?"
Peer pressure.
I would like details, please.
We
Scoot.
thought perhaps he was inappropriately detained, but we learned we were wrong. We probably just should have asked somebody first.
Yeah, that's essentially it. We thought that he was one of the good guys, and he was not.
We met with Slim whomever.
Slim
What?
Shady.
Yes, the rest of his name. Shoot, I don't remember. Like, how much of it is truth if I actually don't remember how it went down?
You can ask. You're trying to tell the truth.
Right. So
Yeah.
we met with Slim, and as I recall, he pointed us in what we thought was the next direction to free this man from jail.
He just mentioned, that he had been captured after attacking the masks and the caravan, and we wanted to know more about that.
So you thought breaking this man out of prison was the way to get more information?
Yes.
I see.
In retrospect.
Slim was not very clear, and now he's dead, so we can't get more
No, he's
information
not-
on what he wanted in the
He's
first
not
place.
dead.
He's not
Slim?
dead?
Or Shimmy?
He
Oh,
was the
yeah,
one-
Slim's
he's the
dead.
one who got
Sorry,
murdered.
sorry, I thought you meant the guy we broke out
So
of
how much
prison.
damage does he take for lying?
I thought she meant someone else. I wasn't lying. I was confused.
Oh, okay.
It's like our motto.
Giant ghost hammer.
SWOJ, we're not
I'd like to-
lying.
I'd
We're
like to
just
plead
confused.
I wasn't lying. I just don't know.
That's going right after Keep It Professional Johnson on the next album.
Daggalt nods to the guard, and the guard continues from his list and says, "Minor infractions include loitering,
Yes.
unlicensed magic."
Yeah.
You have to license magic.
What? Since when?
Not in Waterdeep, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
trespassing.
Now hold on.
Where?
Unlicensed magic.
yeah.
This is bias. Think about it. You know, our dear friend Scoot here does not need a license for his brawn and his strength. Why
That
on
we
earth
know
should
of.
I? Right? Why should I need a license for these guns?
Roll persuasion, Ilka, if that's what you're saying. She speaks the truth.
That might do. Dirty 20.
The cleric who cast the Zone of Truth kind of nods quietly, but Daggalt is unmoved, and the guard is implacable under the helmet.
And Scoot, not being able to resist it, says, I should need a license, and flexes.
I covertly high five him.
The guard
A little dap,
it
yeah.
echoes, yeah. Not registering with the local Adventurers Guild.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
You should have like pamphlets when people come to the city.
We do.
Oh.
How did you come into the city?
Well, we tried to come in through the front gate.
Yeah,
and
we
they were
swam,
like,
I think.
Did we get a ride from Bragg and Dareth?
Well, yeah, they dropped us off.
I say out loud.
Then we swam in.
Where did they drop us?
By the harbor.
By the harbor.
Oh, yeah, because we had lost all our gear.
Yeah.
So they gave us new outfits.
We teleported in from the dead
Bagland.
Bagland, which we got from the dead land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, is this all out loud?
Yep.
Or?
Yes, absolutely.
We're in Zone of Truth now.
Yeah.
Deadland. Okay.
So we were in the bag portal, the bag dimension.
Both, really.
Yeah.
The guard is... Okay, go on.
And the reprehensible hooligans who we were stopping in the cavern last night had thieved all our supplies and our personal effects.
Okay. The guard pauses, checks with Lord Neverember, continues. Last minor infraction, unlicensed panther ownership. Looks
I don't own a panther.
License for that,
that
too?
doesn't
I
count.
don't own a panther.
Yeah, what panther?
Can you speak to that?
Certainly, that was not a panther.
I was a druid. Are you saying you're against druids?
Then I
Guard
get
doesn't respond.
There is a lot of anti-magic user bias
Wow.
going on in this room.
There is.
Yeah.
The guard then knocks on one of the doors behind them, and another guard comes out with her helmet off. It's the guard captain from the watch post down the chasm named Tressa, and she sees the four of you and looks at them and says, yes, these are the ones that came in after the three that were making the delivery. They said something about a stone, and then they cast some kind of mind control on us, and when we came to, we all had huge welts on the back of our head.
Anybody smell liquor? Scoot smells liquor.
Lark does not
Have
say
you been drinking?
anything.
Roll persuasion, Scoot. Or deception, I guess. Deception would be better in this instance.
It's not an outright lie.
Well, does Lucky still work here?
You had
For
bardic
deception?
inspiration from last night, unless it's worn off.
Guess that
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I mean, we portaled here,
It
directly
would
here.
have been 10 minutes by now, yeah.
Does Lucky still work?
For
It's,
deception.
I mean, I'm acting mechanically at this point. I don't
It's
know.
just a reroll, right, if you want to.
Yeah.
So,
12.
she quickly cuts you off and says, yes, some of us had alcohol in our chests, and yes, that alcohol was rummaged through and poured on the floor in our guard post, but we would never drink on the job, especially not in a job as important as ours.
But you would let 3 strangers through who were clearly not the normal delivery.
They match the profile.
How could they match the profile of a single traveling wizard?
One of them had a silver mask, which is what we were told. The other 2 were wearing masks regalia. Typically, the wizards arrive accompanied by guards.
That's it? All they needed was a different set of outfits, and you let them through on the most important task to protect the city?
She says, I'm not the one being cross-examined here, but we're not supposed to ask questions when the delivery comes through.
I think you are being cross-examined because, due to your negligence, the 4 of us had to go through at great personal risk to ourselves and stop them. And I'm still salty about it.
And the deliverer was forced to use spells to make it happen and didn't survive.
When we
following
told
that.
you that you had let the wrong people through, we asked you to go through and stop them, and you refused, saying it was too scary, so we went through in your stead. Now you're mad at us.
Also, you let the real courier get turned to ice and melt.
She turns towards the other guards and Daggled and says, there is some truth to what she's saying.
Horse stories.
Oh my god!
Ilka, what?
Also,
what are you eating?
Who let her bring a Nutella biscuit into the trial room?
That is amazing. I love it. This is like Drunk History, our D&D game.
As Ilka was saying, I mean, after all, this is a police precinct, and as we came in, she probably snatched someone's croissant off their desk, but she's been very hungry, so she ate it. Anyway, of course there is some truth to it. We're under your magical truth ward. We can't actually lie.
Wait, we're under a truth ward?
Yeah.
Daggled leans forward and says, yes,
that
young Wave Silver.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have lied anyway, but it's good to know that you believe me now.
So, who were the 4 of you trying to stop? And why?
3 members of the Jolly Gents.
Well, except that they're working for Manshoon, and they either don't know it or they don't care. A clone of Manshoon.
We've tried to show them reason enough times, and they will not come back to the fold.
Daggle says, "Can you explain further? Can you give the full story?"
Sure.
We give the full story.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Rowan Crooks,
We don't need to
who
narrate
I thought was
But now I
fictional,
kinda
turns
wanna
out to
hear it.
be real, but he's actually just a clone of Manchun. So they're hunting down other clones of Manchun.
Rowan Crooks, the broadsheet character.
Yes. Yep, from the adventure stories.
I've heard stories about you, Larkwave Silver.
Aw, I've heard stories about you too, sir.
About your passions for storytelling.
Yes, that's
Consider
true.
me impressed. He doesn't seem to totally buy it,
I'm okay.
even though you're in a zone of truth.
You seem skeptical, sir, but I'm in a zone of truth.
Well, what that means, Lark, I don't know if I need to explain this, but Ilka is that sort of person. You are explaining what you truly believe.
Yes.
You can't tell a lie that you disagree with.
Exactly.
But I don't think it works that you can, have all knowledge of truth and time. Like, if I asked... She's just on a tear at this point.
What do you want to test the truth of?
Can we... Whoa. Yeah.
Like, I would not say, for example, that I couldn't say I have a glorious mustache if it wasn't true.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think that proves my point. QED.
Dang, QEM. All right. Well, Daggle stands up then and then asks you all directly, why did you destroy the seal?
We didn't.
That was not us.
Go on.
We were too hesitant to make a decision, so...
We had to stop at the guard post for a really long time,
Yep.
and we were delayed.
So we got slowed down by your guards.
We managed to make up some time by going through the earth with our new friend Shaleheart.
We all took fire damage, so that wasn't fun.
We ran across a dragon.
I rode a dragon.
As you're talking, there's
I
a minor
didn't.
earthquake. The room shakes, and Daggle glances at the guard, and they dismiss Tressa, and she leaves.
Yeah, that seal.
And then the Jolly Gents showed up and killed a god with one single swing of an axe, which I would not have thought was possible, but that's what happened.
And they stole the glowing orb
Yep.
on its dangle. We've watched them do this one time before with a similar creature in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Far realm.
Far realm.
Yeah, one time it killed us, but we're back.
Yep.
So there's something very powerful and special about that orb that they want. We don't know what that is.
He says kind of sardonically, "Thank you for your honesty."
That would be your fault.
Yes, things would have gone much differently if we could, lie.
Then he says, "All right, thank you," and he nods to the cleric and the other guard, and he says, "Come with me." And as he's saying, "Come with me," the room is rocked by another massive blast and explosion, and actually a big chunk of the wall, like with the frescoes of Tyr and the story of justice and their beliefs, is ripped off, and you're greeted with a view of the city of Neverwinter, kind of facing eastward with the sun rising.
Oh.
So it's a red sky as the night's starting to end.
Miller's take warning.
Exactly.
I say, do you think that's Shaleheart?
I don't think so.
Over the city, you see fires. There's smoke coming from areas, especially in the southeastern part of the city, kind of rising over the rooftops, and there are small winged shapes kind of pouring out from where the chasm approximately is. The Hall of Justice is on the western side of the city, near the ocean, near the Moonstone Mask. So you kind of have this view of the whole area. And you hear screams, and there are sort of like large sort of bursts of magic kind of popping in around the city, fanning out from the chasm. And one such blast just ripped a big chunk of the Hall of Justice off. So like the whole right face that was facing the chasm is crumbling down to the city streets. You hear screams from down below.
Why did you build your city on a hellmouth?
He says, "I didn't build it. I moved here." And a soldier rushes in and says, "Sir, the chasm, they're pouring." And he's like, "I know."
Looks like you could use some help from the heroes of the Sword Coast.
Yeah, Daggle immediately springs into action and starts calling out, to whatever guards are available. The guard captain runs out. They have a brief conversation. He starts ordering all guards towards the wall to try and contain this, push any threats back towards the chasm. He looks to the four of you and tries to gauge your reaction to all this.
I hold my manacles up and say, if you unmanacle us and give us our weapons back, we can help.
Roll persuasion, Lark.
I turn around. I assume I'm bound from behind. I'm just sort of shaking my arms as little as I can. Yeah, squeak, 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 squeak.
16.
Yeah, and he walks over with a set of keys and undoes the 4 of your manacles. Says, we'll continue this conversation after this.
That's fair.
Thank you.
He says, if you have any allies you can call on, Neverwinter needs your help now.
Would you object to help from Bragg and Dareth? I wasn't able to tell if that was somebody that you were open to working with.
He shakes his head. He
No?
says they're welcome.
Oh, they are welcome.
In our time of need.
Okay.
We try to get Shaleheart. Maybe they could.
He's
We can
Sure.
we can ask the Harpers to connect with the Bronze Dragons and Waterdeep.
Zelafarn.
Zelafarn.
And he points to a side closet where all of your gear is stored before he starts leaving, unless you guys...
Before he's out the door, I am gearing up.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I'm doing it, but I'm doing that slow walk to tunk, heel toe, just that sound of, oh, here we go. Getting ready to arm up.
Yep. So do you take your anchor and your axe, Scoot, or what's your...
Yeah, I would probably, if I could find a way to stow the anchor, I would. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a freaking anchor on a stick.
On a metal pipe.
Yeah.
It's not...
But no, the axe is where my heart lies.
Sure.
So, and then whatever armor and definitely the cloak, the displacement piece cloak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take out the obsidian tablet really quick and hit the search icon and see if I can... Well, does it have a code to access it?
There is no code.
Nice.
No. There's actually, there's a sigil to turn it on.
Oh.
And when you hit the sigil button, there's just a massive index. It starts from A. And, there's like alchemy, animalia, arcana.
Oh,
It
this
just
is
keeps
so,
going.
so inefficient. I start swiping up to see if I can find C for chasm or S for seal.
No, there's
or
locations.
H for hellmouth.
And individuals.
Okay, then I'll look up N for Neverwinter.
Under locations?
Yeah.
Okay, so in locations, there's city-states, cities, towns, villages. It's extremely granular.
Oh,
And there's no like search bar, so you got to keep going back, and
Jake.
forward.
this is such an inefficient structure to your knowledge. I'll keep poking around until I find. I don't know how long this takes, but while everyone's doing
Like a
things,
minute.
I'm going to keep
Yeah.
looking for information I can use.
Okay, roll investigation, Lark. Let's see if you glean anything.
21.
21. So as everyone's finishing buckling on their armor and their weapons and their bags, your stuff is just sitting in a pile next to you, Lark, as you've been scrolling.
Yep.
Doom scrolling. And you're looking for something on the chasm. So you do find some information that Jake has jotted down. It's unclear when he wrote it down, but it basically describes the chasm as a rift that formed due to planar instability. There are many, many different planes that all kind of cross under Neverwinter. And when Mount Hotenow erupted, it just provided enough of a magical push to open them all at once. And all this instability poured out all kinds of demons, like mind-altering magic, aberrations. And it's all been contained down there for 30 years. And then there's like another note, like see masks, see Manchun the Masked.
I want to look at masks and Manchun the Masked.
They're not hot links, so you got to like back out.
Okay.
So that's about as far as you get.
The worst. Okay. So the rift due to planar instability, that there's a bunch of intersecting planes below Neverwinter, and that's kind of what I've gleaned.
Yeah, and that instability has been contained for 30 years, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything I find of Lark's, I bring over to him while he's
You're helping him
reading
get set
this.
up while
Yeah.
he's focused. Yeah. Nice. So as you're all finishing wrapping up, you see like across the street from you, bounding from a rooftop, is this hulking, frog-headed gorilla-like creature that seems to be carrying someone. That it leaps into the air and then slam dunks into a rooftop a little
Right
ways away
thing.
from you, and you hear a scream and a whoosh and a crash. And then it lands down the street, like 2 stories down from you. And a couple of guards are in the area, and they run away. They're panicking. Like there's like weird kind of like shadows and magical currents oozing around the streets right now. It's getting grim out there as you're all getting, like the red sky is kind of like casting this eerie pall on everything. And it's a little bit redder than you'd expect for this time of day. So what do you do?
I mean, we can go hack apart these demons, and that will not make a dent. I think we have to.
I think we should make our way to Sea Maidens Fair
Mhm.
and then invite them and see if they have any means to connect with other people.
Do we
There's a
have
crash as this rooftop collapses, and you see like a small family being crushed under the rubble down the street level. Down
I rush
below.
over there. Can I stop?
There's a kid like, help, standing on the street.
I rush over there and I start
As the adults are.
trying to brace it, trying to give the kids and everybody else time. If there's a way to do it.
Roll strength. Yeah.
I would love to. Come on, check die.
Have a way to contact Reg and Dareth?
Not really.
We did in the past, but I don't think we do right
Through
now.
your hat? I don't know.
With my +3, it's a 5.
Oh, okay. Scoot tries to like pick up a support beam from a rooftop that slid off the roof and landed on these people, but he's having a really hard time, guys.
I go and help with
These
my
people are in pain all along.
minus. Oh, I guess I have a +0 for strength.
Roll it, Lark.
I'm assisting.
Try to beat a 5.
9.
No.
Oh, you're so strong, Lark.
It lifts up a little further as Lark tries to, and like there were 2 adults and a kid, and the other kid joins her brother on the street as they're watching you try to free their parents.
If I have a hot second after he gets there and takes some of the weight, I'm going to quickly shift underneath and just put my body underneath. So I'm lifting with my legs and just trying to push straight up.
Okay.
I'm going to mold earth to make it easier
Nice.
and more stable.
Okay. What about you, Ilka?
We're not in combat, so I'm gonna put up the turtle shell.
Just around yourself? Or?
I'm gonna get down there and put it up around the family.
Can that displace stuff?
Like
I think
push it
it has to
out.
be an open space. but
If
let
it
me
does,
check.
I hope it's got a boing sound effect.
Right.
Springs into existence around you and above you.
Wow, I didn't even know the spring
An
part.
immobile dome of force springs into existence. Boing.
Feels like it can.
It feels like that's not what it's intended to do, but I kind of like it.
Great.
Um,
I'm gonna get over to the family and cast this 10-foot radius immobile dome.
Okay. And boing!
Yeah.
Rubble goes flying.
Roll for shrapnel damage for 50 feet.
Yeah. And so that encompasses everybody down there? Is that you're down there too?
Yeah, I'm probably close enough to be within that. Yeah.
10-foot radius
Okay.
is pretty enormous.
Yeah, and the kids are inside as well. So this family, thanks you profusely, and they're checking each other out to make sure everyone's safe. They're terrified.
However, as soon as I leave, the dome disappears.
Okay.
So
We need
they
a way
need
to- We need a way. Hi, friends. We're glad that you're safe. We need a way to reach the ships in the harbor. Is there a fast way to get there, or to send a signal?
They're like, well, the stairs down to the harbor are just around the corner. Go down the street and take a left. in
Okay,
2
great.
blocks, but the rubble's in the way, so
Oh no.
Good.
uh,
You say rebels or roadblocks?
rubble.
Rubble. Boring.
I mean, you could go around it, and they can start giving more complicated directions. Just this main
I
thoroughfare
can
is
make.
blocked.
I can smooth out the terrain as we go.
Can you
Like
turn
Mold
into a
Earth.
bird, Zay?
No.
Do you have windows on this hut? I don't remember.
Yeah, the whole thing we can see through, but outsiders can't see it.
You notice, like from the cracks in the rubble, there are these like shadowy figures that are like kind of like congealing. And it's like almost like Venom style, like black goop that squeezes through the cracks from down below and like solidifies and starts crawling up and around them. There are at least 3 of them from this rubble, like right where the demon smashed somebody into it.
Family run.
Yeah, and I explained to them that as long as I am in this dome, it will hold, but as soon as I leave, the dome will be gone. So they need to get out
They say, "Don't
to
leave."
safety.
Then.
As the city crumbles around
If
us.
we just sit here, then the 8 of us will be all that is left.
We need to help your neighbors.
The city is doomed.
Well, not if we save it.
Nope.
We're SWOJ.
We need to go to the ocean. We need to get the word out and call for more help from bigger, stronger magicians.
Lark, do you want to roll charisma or persuasion to try and like bolster their courage?
Yeah.
Since you're trying to amp them up.
And after I told them we're all going to die.
What's the modifier here?
Charisma. Or
Charisma.
persuasion if you have points in persuasion.
I mean,
I'm talking with the kids.
13.
And encouraging them to be brave and
Oh.
to.
Are you helping or do you want to roll 2?
I'll help.
Then you can roll with
If this doesn't work, I'm going to intimidate like crazy.
The people?
Yes.
15.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. They say, okay,
All right.
we're gonna go towards the harbor too and find somewhere safe. Can
Okay.
we follow you?
Yes.
Okay.
But we might move very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
I'll go out first to make sure there's nothing around.
Okay. I'm following Scoot
I'll go out last.
after everyone's out.
Okay. Scoot, as you step out, these shadowy things leap towards you and try to grab you.
Nice.
Yeah. Roll initiative,
Everybody?
everybody.
I mean, I guess why would you roll initiative if it wasn't everybody?
Scoot,
You
roll
guys-
initiative.
You guys are... All right, good job, Scoot. Bye!
12.
What do you got over there?
With my +1, 21.
Very nice.
17.
You roll a nat 20?
Nice.
That's the second initiative nat 20. 16 for Lark.
It's a new Scoot. And the bads have a 16. So
Everyone in here can come and go from the dome freely. So Scoot can go out and duck back in when he needs, and the creatures who were not here when I cast it cannot come back through.
okay. What do you want to do, Scoot?
All right. Tell me about the arena we're in right now.
You're on a city street with towering buildings around you.
Okay.
The buildings are in various states of blown up. There's actually like magical debris falling from the sky, as well as a big chunk of roof that just sloughed off. That the what did I say?
What's
debris?
falling?
Debris.
I love it. Debris.
I like saying debris.
Okay.
I was just making sure that's what you meant. I love
Debris.
I
Debris.
love how much you know about words strictly from reading.
That was one that I know it's pronounced debris. I just like
Okay.
saying debris.
Okay.
They say it in England.
No,
I think.
that's
I
one
don't
of those
know.
words that if
Yeah.
it didn't mean what it did would be a beautiful name, like a child named
Debris.
Debris.
Oh.
Isn't it? Can it be pronounced debris too? Sorry, word tangent.
I don't think
No.
so, but if you want to, then you
It
go right
can
ahead.
now.
I mean, we knew exactly what you meant,
Debris.
and that's the important
Yeah.
part.
Debris.
Debris.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by a side conversation.
I'm
I
sorry.
was also looking things up.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so roughly, it's like a city street, wide-ish.
Debris falling.
Debris is
Poor
running.
Debris.
Debris is running at me, screaming.
She goes by Deb, but yes.
Deb, yeah.
The NPC.
I call her Rissy. I would like
yeah, exactly. And these three things were coming from the debris, like around the hut, and just jumping down onto you.
Okay.
And you knew they were there, so you're wheeling to face them.
My goal would be to draw these things away from the entrance so people could get out safely.
Okay.
At least make it to the street without them bother. So my goal would be to move away 10, 15 feet or so and then try to get them to come over. Just bring it on, yada, yada, that sort of stuff. I'm trying to draw them in.
Sure.
So I would move away. I would definitely rage in anticipation. And then I would ready an attack. I want them, whichever the first one to come over is going to get
Attack
get
action.
sliced. Yeah, just
Majorly.
demolished. I'm saying, well, you're not Thanos, but you'll be good enough for now. And just with my axe back and yeah, ready to go.
And the family's like, who's Thanos?
Shut up! Don't take this moment away from me, family.
Ilka, what do you do?
I'm maintaining. I can't cast through this. I'm going to reserve my action. I can throw heals if someone gets injured and needs it, but otherwise I'm just...
So you're going to wait to see if someone gets hurt
Yep,
and then use a healing word or something like that?
Yes, healing word is stronger.
I think you're supposed to be specific about it, so.
Oh, yes, I will wait if anyone gets injured and they are inside. I will healing... Oh, wait, can I cast through? No,
Spells
I
can't
cannot
go through.
cast through it. So
Yep.
if someone gets injured and comes back to me, I will have healing word readied for them.
Sounds good. Lark, what about you?
Do I see the things attacking Scoot?
Roll perception just to see what you're aware of. If you're like taking a moment to look around.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you would see those things because they're very nearby and they're like crawling on top of the hut. Like they're about to just like dive onto Scoot.
I got a big smile on my face, axe ready to go. I want this.
Okay, I see Scoot's big grin, and I guess I see how excited
Like
he
a
is
good
about
friend,
this.
you don't want to take it away.
I don't want to take it away from him. I will sprint towards the stairs.
The stairs like,
Down to the
like on the
harbor.
other side of the rubble, like climbing over it
Yeah,
and going
yeah,
that way. Okay.
yeah.
So it's difficult terrain and you're going like up the rubble first. You could get like to the top of it.
If I use my acrobatics, does it help?
I mean,
No?
I give you a lot of leeway with that acrobatics check.
No?
I would say no. You're just
Okay.
moving. So,
All right.
I mean,
I get as far as I can. Like I'm
like up to
I'm
the top
trying
of it,
to
yeah.
get to I'm trying to get to Bregendarth.
Okay, and so you have a good vantage point. You can see that down the street, towards the stairs, down to the harbor, like by the river, there are others of these creatures. They look kind of like the creature from the Black Lagoon, but with like long, clawy hands, and they're like very amorphous in shape. They can kind of like contract down to like a couple inches and like squeeze through gaps in the cobblestones or rubble.
You've been playing too much Tears of the Kingdom, huh?
This is an official D&D monster, Scott.
Matthias, can I retcon to switch from healing word to cure wounds?
Yeah,
What I had
sure.
in my head was the distance, but what I want is the strength of cure wounds because it's a touch action.
Sensible.
They're everywhere, I yell back.
Yeah, there's at least like 10 more down the street that way. As well as that frog flying demon jumping thing that disappeared, but it's, it's somewhere in the area. You can hear crashing and rumbling.
No, when you first were like, and then things start oozing up from the rubble, I could like hear the gloom hand music in my head from Tears of the Kingdom.
They're not quite that scary. They jump at you, Scoot, so you can attack them as they get in range.
I would love to.
There's 3, so there you go.
It's 3, but whichever one. Well, I guess let's try the first one, see what happens.
With your star metal axe.
12?
12 for an attack roll?
Yes.
Misses. They deflect it.
Okay. Well, that wasn't very good. Let's try again. So attack 2 is a 22.
Hits.
Okie dokie. Now we're in business. So I rolled a 6 for a 2d6 plus 6.
Nice.
So that's 12 plus 2d6 fire. 7. So 19 damage.
Yeah, you obliterate the second one.
That's what I thought.
Disperses into a fine mist as the fire scorches it away.
All right. Not satisfying. I need more.
Third one comes in. You don't have a third attack?
I only got 2 attacks.
Okay, yeah.
Unless you love me.
Then they're going to try to claw into you with their weird tentacle claw hands. The first one attacks you twice with a 18.
Yes.
And a 23. Second one also attacks you twice. Oh, wow. With a 24 and a 14. So
1 miss.
Yep. So that's 3 hits?
3 hits. And I've got double immunity to black tentacle magic.
Oh, nice.
8, 9. You take 18 bludgeoning damage and 11 piercing damage. So 29 damage total.
Okay, have that to 14.
Yes. And then you are grappled, Scoot. They immediately wrap around you as they kind of like congeal around your form.
I almost wrote 14 as my new hit point.
The tentacle claws try to they start to try to choke you out. Like they're wrapping around your neck. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the weak point there. They're trained or instinctively going for.
And I just said, this is going exactly how I planned it. Got you right where I want you.
Yeah. Takes us to Zay.
So looking out from the turtle shell, Scoot stepped like just outside of it.
No, I specifically moved away to draw these 3 away from the entrance.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So he's like 10 or 15 feet out.
In the direction of the rubble, in the same direction as Lark.
Just the other way.
Just out.
The other way. I'm sorry. Okay. Has Lark? How far past the rubble has Lark moved?
I just kind of got up on top of the rubble and shouted back there everywhere.
Yeah, about 15 feet up at a 1-to-1 slope.
None of my plans worked or
what do you
are going to work. So I'm going to shift into Panther and try and strategically claw my way through the creatures that are surrounding my friend.
Great. Make an attack roll. Do you get like a special pounce or anything as a panther?
Yes, but I'd have to leap. I have to move at least 20 feet straight toward a creature.
I think we could justify that from like inside the hut, leaping out of it.
So I back up to the far edge of the hut.
Yeah.
Shaking my little butt.
Here's a wiggle like a cat.
And then I run towards so I'm going to claw at it.
Okay.
And I just scream, guards, it's that illegally owned panther again.
That's what I was thinking. That's kind of why I picked it. 18.
That hits. You can roll with advantage too. Since they're pretty occupied.
19.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm pouncing on it. I have clawed through it, and it must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. It succeeds.
It does not. It is not knocked prone.
Correct.
Okay,
16.
so then I just do damage of 5.
Okay.
Slashing.
It's still holding on to Scoot, but you rip off a piece of its shoulder. Is it just the one attack, or do you get 2?
It's just the one.
Okay.
I also have very keen smell. If there's any.
Yeah, you actually, as soon as you get out of the hut, Zay, with your panther nose, you smell just an obnoxious, horrible, like gut-spilling stench.
Oh, that's why my pounce wasn't as...
Oh,
Scoot, for some reason, didn't notice it.
I had a low perception roll to begin this whole thing off with. I'm surprised I'm standing on ground.
Zay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. 12.
12. You are poisoned, Zay, as you step out by this horrible, horrible odor that you smell. And And at around that same time, this hulking, winged frog demon crashes into the ground and tries to Hulk smash you. Zay.
How does he even see me? I'm a tiny panther.
Tiny panther?
No, I'm a luxurious
I missed
panther.
that, So, the frog demon takes 2 swings at you and then tries to chomp you. Swing 1 is a 13.
Hits.
Okay. Swing 2 is a 23, which will also hit.
Well, I don't know. We should check that one. Just kidding.
And then the bite is a 18, which will also hit. So, Zay, you're going to get clawed and bitten. Attack 1 is 9 damage from slashing the claws. Number 2 is 13 damage, so 22. And then the chomp, as it goes in for the kill, does 19 piercing damage. So did I say 22 and 19?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 30, 41 total.
That sounds bad.
It's substantial.
I fall to the side and transform back into a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
And then
still
does
conscious?
the remaining
Go.
HP take
I'm still
that?
conscious. I'm doing the math now while you guys do other things.
Takes us to
Presumably.
Oh, it's back to me again?
You are grappled.
Yeah. Which means I can't move, but I can still attack.
You can take an action to ungrapple. I don't think you can attack while you are grappled.
I've been looking.
Or maybe you can. I get that mixed up. Yeah.
I've just been digging at it pretty intently, and grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to speed. That's it.
But then it says you can use your action to escape. And so that implies to me
so
that
it's
you've
your-
got to
Okay.
do that first. And
Okay.
then you can do it like a bonus action or whatever else.
Okay. I would like to do that then.
Okay.
Would this benefit from rage? Advantage on strength checks and saves.
Yep. I think well, that's a tough question. That's a very specific rules thing.
I am using okay. We'll say no.
Okay.
So this is just grapple, and I can use athletics to get out of this.
Right.
25.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Okay. So I escape the grapple.
Pull the tentacles off your neck.
Yeah.
They split and reform away from you.
Okay. So that's my action. There's okay. So it's 2 in front of me.
The 2 chokers and then the frog demon.
Yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run and try to flank the frog demon.
Okay.
I want to move around and try to get behind the frog demon.
You're all pretty close to each other since Zay was attacking the chokers too.
Okay.
So you can just kind of rotate around.
Oh,
to the
okay.
other side. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to be able to take position. I
Mhm.
just want to hopefully start taking some of these hits. I think that's the end of my thing. I can't.
Make a con saving throw, Scoot.
No. Yeah. Okay. Con saving throw. I would
Yep.
love to. Thank you for asking. I would. Can we retcon any of that?
Like what?
All the stuff where you asked for things. 10.
A 10. Yeah, you and Zay are both poisoned.
Okay.
Which gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Due to the horrible, horrible corpsey stench. Like not a fresh corpse, like a
Yeah.
fuzzy one.
You'd think living on a boat I'd have advantage on that, but okay.
Yeah.
I tried.
Ilka. Titokati.
Did Zay make it back to me?
Can I move after that?
No, you moved out there.
I moved
You
out
got
there.
smashed,
Just kidding.
and so now
I
you're
moved out there. Yeah.
So you could go back when it's your turn again.
Can I
No.
send one of the family to drag Zay back in here so I can heal her? Because otherwise I can't do anything. I can keep stacking up healing words for when the others come back within the dome. But
Yeah, it's tough. Kind of a catch-22.
Yup.
But she's not down. Like
Pretty
she's,
close.
The
Yeah,
family's
I
looking,
mean,
since
she's
you're the
in-
only
she's
one
in
in
rough
there
shape.
now.
Right.
The family's like, what should we do? What should we do?
Friendos.
Yep. How far away is Zay?
About 10 feet, 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, I want to send one of the family to go grab her and drag her back in here so I can heal her.
Okay, roll persuasion just to like amp them up to do that. Because these are just like common folk.
Right.
They are terrified.
Yep, to go out, grab a halfling, and keep her alive. Well, for good or ill, I'm going to persuade them to do that with a 25.
Damn. How do you do that? Like, what's the most persuasive?
I'm
tack
just going
that
to
you
explain that I have magic ability and she has been badly injured, but I can keep her alive if she gets back within this dome. If not, I have to leave the dome and then we lose all our protection. And so I'm
Okay.
asking if any of them feel strong enough to run out, grab her, and bring her back.
Yeah, the mom like gives her family a hug and then like runs out there and
course.
drags Zay in.
Yes.
It's doable. She drags Zay into the sphere. Zay, I think they can attack of opportunity on you if you're leaving. No, because you're being dragged, so it's actually not you doing the move. So you're good, actually. So yeah, you get pulled away.
Great. You get 9 hit points back.
Hey.
this turn, or
Well, that was what I had stacked from last time. As soon as she gets in, because I had readied my.
Oh, so like you were like talking as a free action and getting them to do their thing and go out there, and you ready?
No, I feel like I had the spell like loaded up in the dome
Yeah.
for whoever first came back.
I think that fits the action economy. However, when the mom drags Zay in, she collapses on the floor, like coughing and gagging as the frog poison takes her down as well. She's also poisoned.
She doesn't have probably skillsies.
Which takes us back to your turn then.
Great. Cool. Then I'm just going to hold Aura Vitality as well and heal both of them.
Nice.
And then if anyone comes back in, they will benefit from Aura Vitality. That will last for 1 minute, so 6 rounds.
Incredible.
That's what I got.
Really, really nice hut.
Can you tell me more about that? Like, do I heal for more?
Yes. I mean, we can do the mechanics of it. You get 2d6 hit points per round.
So after having stayed in it for a round?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll get... Do
on
I roll
your
that, or
next
does she
turn,
roll
or-
it?
I think you roll it on your turn, Ilka. You pick one target to gain 2d6 health. That's what I have written down here anyway.
is that now, or that's because is that next turn?
It says you can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the area to regain 2d6
Because
for a minute.
I don't think I can Bardic Inspiration through the hut either, because that would be my other bonus action I could use.
Sure.
Hut.
But it is cool that you can make a sanctuary and heal people every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, Zay, you get another 5 points.
Thank you.
It is Lark's turn.
When I saw the frog gorilla attacking Zay, I think Lark would have run back with that.
My hero.
Like diving down onto the hut and then over it. Zay is in the hut now, but you're going for the frog.
Well, I mean, that all sort of had, like, in the time that I ran up there, I would have looked back, saw her be attacked by the frog, and started running back.
Yep.
And so while that's all happening, then Ilka sending her out and dragging her in. So I think my action would have been in response to what I just saw, which was her get attacked by the frog. And so ill-advisedly, I think, probably Lark's choice would be to charge the frog gorilla with the dragon tooth and drive it in as far as he could.
Excellent. Make your attack rolls.
You'd think something like that would be completely 100% fatal, but in the
Stabbed
world
by
of,
a fire dragon's tooth.
yeah, but in the world of D&D, it's like, okay, you took 15% damage.
Like a paper cut.
Magic has rules.
17 to hit.
That'll do it.
I don't know. Is this what's the roll for the dragon tooth?
Oh, it's just a dagger.
So a 1d4.
Yeah.
It didn't have a burning blades effect?
It has a burning hands effect,
Burning.
so it casts burning hands when you stab somebody with it.
And then do I also? I would also get my surprise attack possibly. I think actually it's not even possible because since it's engaged, I get it automatically, right?
Well, it was engaged with Zay, and she's gone now.
But Scoot's
it's
right
circled
there.
around. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Yep, go for it.
So then so I have 5 points of damage. I think that's correct. 5 points of damage with the dagger itself, and then 15 more points surprise attack.
Excellent.
So 20 total points. And I just did the one single, like I just leapt on it and drove the tooth in. Didn't even draw my rapier.
Roll 3d6 for the fire damage, too.
That's another 13.
Okay, so it succeeded on the save. So it doesn't do a lot of damage to it, but it scorches it. As a blast of fire just gouts out from like the hilt of the dagger. Not that it really has a hilt, but like the root of the tooth.
Sure.
Near the gum line.
Yeah, right. right where the bone begins and the gum ends. Yeah.
That's still well over 20 points of damage.
Very, very good. The one thing is, well, okay, actually I have the chokers roll too, since like the angle of it, the burning hands effect would blast them as well in a cone. They succeed as well. But so it's 13?
Yes.
So they would each take 7 damage. All right. Do you do or say anything else, or you just dive in and stab it in the face?
What's the reaction of the froggy gorilla
It
guy?
wheels backwards and its like wings burst out, and you feel like a gush of nauseating stink and demonic heat, and it wheels towards you, Lark, furious.
I mean,
just bellows at you with a roaring croak, echoes down the streets.
I'll use my bonus action to cunning action disengage.
And try to like put like 10 feet between you and it or something.
Like step behind Scoot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Excellent. Duck and dodge and duck and dodge. The 2 chokers go for you, Lark.
Yeah, but I'm behind Scoot, so they can't even see me. Oh,
One gets a 14.
hits.
Hits. And a 20. So,
Wait, the first one misses.
I'm
at 15 AC right now because of that armor.
Hey.
nice.
Yeah.
Did any of them move out of my range?
No, they moved into your range. Yeah.
Yeah.
They already kind of were in your range. They just got closer. You guys are all in a big pile.
Okay.
Lark, you take 8 damage, 5 and 3. So if you want to have one, you can.
Well, it doesn't matter. So I'll have the 5, which makes it 3 or 2.
3.
So then I take 6 points of damage. Is that true?
Yes.
5 and 3?
Yep.
Points of damage. Lark wheels with surprise because he thought he was hiding behind Scoot and collapses to the ground.
You were that close to death?
Yes.
Wow.
I took a significant amount of damage at the end of the last episode.
Wow.
We haven't rested.
The frog demon does a demonic chuckle and starts
Rude.
swinging at Scoot.
Oh, I'm angry now.
I mean, really, what Lark should have done is go back to the shell. But again, that's why I said ill-advised. What would Lark do? He would not.
The demon crit fails with one claw attack, gets a 25 with the other, and the bite is a 17.
That'll hit.
Okay, so the claw, Scoot, hits you for 14 damage. And
7.
The bite hits you for 20 damage.
Jesus.
Tears into you. The whole thing is just like spines, like the back is spines. The teeth are jagged and they don't fit in its mouth quite right.
Okay.
Frogs aren't even supposed to have teeth, so it's a little weird to look at. With the crit miss, it actually swipes and hits one of the chokers behind you, and it was already like torched from the burning hand spell, and it just goes flying into the wall and dies with a gurgle. So there's one choker still holding Lark. The other one's dead. It is then Zay's turn.
Zay gives a grateful nod to Ilka and takes one step out of the shell, casts Balm of the Summer Court on her friend Lark and heals him for 10. And then casts Fairy Fire over this pile and mass of creatures and friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they are lit with a violet light.
So you just hit everyone?
It does, but the creatures have to fail a dexterity check in order for it to be.
So Scoot and Lark make dexterity saves.
Ooh.
The frog gets a 13.
I got a
And
12.
I got an 8.
The choker gets a 9.
Okay, so
Who loses?
any attack rolls against the affected have advantage if the attacker can see it. No one can go invisible. I mean, do allies get hit with Fairy Fire?
Yeah, it's an
We
AoE.
haven't.
It's like a
It
big
is,
glitter bomb.
okay. Yeah.
Each object, so like the ground, the shrapnel, the
Yeah.
choker, your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of my friends are up next before the bad guys. So
True.
fingers crossed.
There you go. It's that burst damage round.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're standing on the edge.
Yes.
It's Scoot's turn then.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a little sit rep now. So I'm poisoned and I'm glowing.
What color was the fairy fire?
Violet.
Violetta.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Do I re-roll on the poison each time, or is it just until I'm cured?
The rules didn't say. We'll say it's a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have advantage attacking the thing, the frog soldier,
Mhm.
but disadvantage because I'm poisoned. So those cancel out.
Right.
Okay. And he has advantage on me because I'm purple.
Correct. And he is
violet.
not poisoned. Yeah.
He's not yeah, but okay.
Lark is also getting choked out behind you by a glowing choker.
That's right. Didn't you I thought you popped up because you healed.
I healed.
Those
Well,
things.
that's true. You did get knocked down, so.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine with that. I think
Yeah,
this
I
is
think I fell and then I got
probably
back up.
a concern.
I got knocked
so-
down, then I got up again.
Okay. And
They're
I'm not
never gonna keep me down.
Ever gonna keep you down.
Give me a second. I'm going to have a cider drink.
Do you have a whiskey drink in here somewhere?
Yeah, over there, 2 kinds.
Eventually, the show's just going to be all references.
Eventually?
Straight up Darmok.
We never say anything
Enchilada.
that
Yeah.
hasn't been
Tanagra.
said before.
Can you imagine what our wiki would be like if all the little pop culture references had its own page?
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Oh, it'd be forever.
Nothing but that.
Every song and artist I mentioned, how often Ilka straight up speaks in lyrics, and not everyone picks it up.
I would like to attack the froggy guy.
Do it.
I'm going to use both of my massive attacks. And because everything's just whatever now and everybody's got advantage and disadvantage, I'm going to recklessly attack.
Good choice.
So I have advantage on, it says first attack. Does that mean the first attack of my, or does that just mean attack? Does that just mean first attack? If you have multiple attacks.
If it says first attack, I would assume that means the first attack.
All right. Well, so that's advantage for my first attack. It's going to be a 21.
Hits.
Hits! All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So 11 there plus 6, so 17 slashing,
Nasty.
10 fire,
So that's 11 and 10? You said or
17
and
17 and 27 damage
Okay.
for attack 1.
Okay. Some of the fire wicks off of the demon as if it has some kind of resistance to it. Some kind of coating on
Wow.
its scaly
Well, that's a
scaly
bummer.
person. But it does take 22 damage. Is that loud? Sorry. 22.
22 damage. Okay. That was good for attack 1. Let's see if I can do anything on attack 2. Big, heavy. This Czechoslovakian die is no joke. Like, this thing is a lot.
Good. It had your name on it.
And it gave me a 23.
Definitely also hits.
Let's do this again. That's 3 plus, so 9 slashing and 5 fire.
Okay. So 12 damage.
9 and 5?
Because the fire is halved.
Yes.
So 9 and 3.
Okay.
All right. You guys doing great.
All right.
Thanks.
Demon's like, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. You could just jump off away. We could deal with this later, or we could keep going on. I mean, my friend's about to get up and whoop you.
It starts talking to you in demonic. Do any of you speak demonic?
No.
I have Abyssal.
Speak common and orc.
Abyssal is demonic, so there you go.
Great.
Yeah, it's telling you that you're a puny mortal who does not have long for this world, and your friends will all betray you.
All right. And I'm making the gab motion with my other hand, like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Do something or walk away.
Ilka, it's your turn.
Who's in here with me?
Just the family.
Oh, is Mom still damaged?
She's poisoned.
I can't unpoison her, but I
Yeah.
can bolster her with health. That's it. I can't bardic through. Oh, can I? I can throw counter charm. Anyone who can hear me within 30 feet for the next round has advantage against being frightened or charmed. I don't know if any of these demons have frightening or charming abilities.
They're not very charming.
Nope.
They're
They
not
are
very
frightening.
They're not
They're
very.
frightening.
Oh, fine.
They're glittery now, so they're just kind of joyful. But okay.
And
well, the
then
mom is recovering then. If your healing word is, or your aura of vitality is.
Yep.
is
Yep, I'll keep that
infusing
going.
her.
And then I'm just going to do what I did last time. Ready healing word if anyone comes back through needing heals.
It's Lark's turn then.
All right. Blades are out. Rapier comes out, and I'm still holding the dragon tooth. And I attack frog gorilla guy again.
Okay, you do have the choker like right next to you also, but you can still get to him and do that if you want. Go for the frog.
We're all kind of we're standing in a big group, right?
Yep.
Maybe I'll get the choker. I'm trying to think.
You
what
also
Lark
have
would
that
do.
like fire blast with your dagger, so if you angle it, you could hit both with that.
Yeah. So if I do that, is the position such that if I attack the choker guy, that the frog gorilla guy is in the line, or can I move to that position to line them up, sort of, so that
You could do it either way. Yep.
I'll do it the way in where I attack the choker, the guy who's choking me.
Yep.
And then hopefully there's some collateral damage for a frog guy.
Okay.
Okay, first my rapier, which is a 26.
You nail him. Them.
I'll roll my offhand right now as long as I'm doing this die. That is a 21.
I'm pretty sure the first attack is going to kill it, so you
Okay.
should maybe roll that damage first.
Okay, so then
Then you can move and do the second attack on
I
the
see. Okay, all right.
other guy.
Oh man, I wish I had my magic rapier. Still, that's good.
Oh, attack with advantage because of the fairy fire. Did you already do that?
I didn't attack with damage, but I did roll a 19.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll use the second roll that was my offhand roll as my other roll, which is the 14.
Sure.
I'll go with the 19 then. So still attacks. Damage is math 15 points of damage. And then I get my sneak attack bonus because we're all together.
15 without the sneak attack?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I rolled an 8.
With a dagger or with a rapier?
Rapier.
Rapier, okay.
So then sneak attack is 12 more points.
Yeah, you obliterate it however you choose to.
I mean, snickety snack. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Swing, swing, and into ribbons it goes. It's kind of tofu-ish on the inside. It's a common demonic consistency.
It's terrible.
Again with the tofu.
If you're done with the salad bar, you want to help over here?
Yeah.
I could tell you all about the ichor that comes out.
Ew, gross. So then now I will offhand 16
On the frog?
Yeah.
Hits.
For 11 more points of damage. Oh wait, and then what's the roll for the fire?
3d6, and it makes a dex save to half. Which
12 more. So 11 plus 12 fire.
Okay, so that would be
17.
11 plus
6
6, and then the 6 is halved because it has resistance, so 14 damage.
9 plus 12 halved.
So 12 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
We need whiteboards if we're going to be doing this.
I have it all here in a big formula, but still on the fly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, and then I add that bonus, but then expertise, but minus that. Yeah. It's a lot.
Make a constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Like,
17.
You're made of sterner stuff as the smell of this cooking frog demon wafts into your nostrils.
And
I'm okay.
Care. I was Scoot's roommate for a really long time. So.
I'm trying to say something about it, but I can't. Oh,
good point.
Oh, a little proud of that. You're welcome for the poison resistance.
Thanks, Scoot.
I wish you were as good a friend as I am.
I mean, I lived not for very long, like one night.
The frog does a full attack on Scoot again. It tries to claw you and bite you.
Whatever.
It's really suffering and it's getting the gist that it's outnumbered. So first it's going to go for an attack.
You're bringing this on yourself now.
An 18.
Yep.
A 21 and a 26. Scoot tears into you.
All right.
Oh, and it has advantage too.
I bet it landed on all of them.
Any crits? Any crits? No. So,
does he have 6 attacks? Oh, no, I get what you're doing now.
So that's 10 damage on one smash, 8 damage on one smash, and then the bite comes in for 12 damage.
Okay.
So 10, 8, and 12.
That's 15 damage.
Then it tries to fly away. It howls in frustration and takes to the air. You guys can make attacks of opportunity if you choose to.
Oh, I'm going to destroy this thing. Yeah, you go first.
Do I too or no?
Are you next to it?
Oh, no, I'm closer to the...
You're like at the threshold?
Yeah, I'm closer to the threshold.
Yep.
17.
Hits.
9.
Very nice, very nice.
Still got some?
Scoot? Yeah.
That is 14.
Misses.
Damn. All right.
Clanks against its steely hide.
I'll lie next time.
And it soars over the rooftops away from you all, like just out of visibility. So you can go out of combat or you can pursue. Up to you.
Over the rooftops in which direction? Away from
to
the harbor?
East, towards the chasm.
How far out of range or how far away is it?
About 40 feet.
I can drop the hut and cast to kill it.
Sure.
if we're done, if we're out of combat.
You have one action before it gets out of range, so you can do that.
Can I do? Okay, I was gonna do crossbows.
Yeah, go for it.
Nail it.
Maybe we could cast at the same time and see who hits.
You have advantage on attacks too, because it's still glittery.
Oh yeah.
Great. I'm gonna.
Oh wait, I didn't roll advantage on mine.
You're poisoned though, so it's still, yeah.
Stop taking things away from me, everybody.
Great. I drop the hut and I cast Shatter on the flying away BC.
Excellent.
See if I can kill him.
So
fuck that guy.
con save, right?
Just a sonic boom in midair, and the thing just
With my crossbows, I got an 18.
That hits.
Ooh.
The shatter, it resists. So does it take half?
Yep. 6.
6 damage. That's with the half?
Yeah.
Okay. You get the sense that as a demon, it has this kind of like aura that helps protect it against magic. Like the words just don't quite sink in as easily. But it still falters in the air and kind of spins away.
What the
I
crossbow
hit
do?
it for 4.
4 damage, 6 and 4.
And that was enough.
With my two tiny crossbows, my 2 hand crossbows. Boom, boom.
It does like The combined shatter and crossbow totally knocks it off of its flight path, and it like comes crashing down at least one street away. You can hear the rumbling of this giant large-sized frog demon.
And it takes some gravity falling damage as it impacts the street.
And that finishes it up.
We just hear as it...
You hear a croak that sounds suspiciously like, "Oh no, I'm dead." But it's abyssal, so only Ilka really gets it.
Is it actually dead?
You don't know.
Is it 40 feet away?
It's just trying
It's
to
out of
fool
your
us.
vision now. It's like around the other side of the block.
That thing's went.
Well, it was
It's
going
around a
up, and
building.
then it kept going.
Okay.
Momentum. So
Hey, I heard a kind of dying sound in Abyssal.
Oh, nice.
Say cheers.
Maybe it's dead.
Yeah. We all might have gotten a little bit of HP.
It's the first time I
A little XP?
X-
got
that's
to
the
use
one.
my
I
I could use a little XP.
Yeah, I thought,
I just like the idea. All of a sudden, Zay, you hear ding, and a
Your
little glowing
your
thing.
aura of vitality is still up, Ilka. If you wanted to keep using it.
yeah,
You got
anyone
what, like
who's
8
going to
rounds?
gather
Yeah.
around me will continue to gain 2d6s per round. Hang
until
out
I
with
hit
me.
max.
I will
Lark
make you feel
staggers
better.
over.
Yeah.
Can I just hang out until I hit max again?
Well, you got 8 of
Is
those.
that-
So how do everyone allocate them, Ilka? It's
Oh.
up to you.
Yeah, who needs most healings? Because I don't know that we're going to get rests.
I'm not doing great.
I'm at a quarter.
Yeah, we're going to throw... Lark, you get 7.
Thank you.
Scott, you get 6.
Thank you much.
Zay, do you need more?
I will balm of the stomach crit myself. If you want to hand some out to them.
So I get 8 of these?
You get 6 more.
Wait, plus the ones she did before? Or?
Yep, I've done 2 already.
2 rounds had gone by, so
Yep.
she's got 8 more rounds. So you already used 2, 1 on you and one on Lark and 1 on Scoot. So now she's got 6 more 2d6 healing bits to
Yep.
do.
Lark, you take another 6. Scott, you take another 7.
4 more.
Zay, do you need anything?
I'm comfortable. It's probably...
I'm at full. I haven't taken any damage.
I'm
Sure.
at half,
So-
damn it.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
Also at half.
Yeah,
Great.
do those guys.
Lark, you take 7. Scoot, you take 10.
Thanks for liking me more than Lark. I appreciate that.
I've been noticing that. I'm probably fine.
Lark, you can have 7 more. If you
Okay,
need
great.
them.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Scoot, last round. You get 8.
Thank you.
I feel so much better. Thanks, Ilka.
After Ilka's massive work, I've a little more than doubled. But I won't give a number.
What I will say is, how do we short rest ourselves back into some spell slots before we go much farther?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can rest right now. The city is under
I
attack.
think we
Yep.
should
Mhm.
rush to the seaport,
Yeah.
to the docks.
Everybody
I
make
agree.
dexterity saving throws.
Let's get to the seaport. Whoa! 17.
13.
21.
5.
Scoot and Zay, you take 7 damage as a big phlegmy piece of magical miasma comes soaring over the rooftops from the east and just blasts into the street where you all were, leaving a small crater. And where it hits you, you just feel this like crackling burn.
Was this a target attack or is this like environmental?
You see other ones in the air flying around. It's like almost like a piece of magical debris.
My question is, the Splacer Beast cloak would technically have this, but it wasn't an attack I saw or something. I just want to know if you want to know if that applies. I want to know if that applies or not.
I'm going to say no on this one.
Okay.
Just keep it simple.
Do
All
you
right.
have that on again?
Yeah, I got geared up when I got the axe.
All right.
Let's book it to the water.
I like it.
So you climb over the rubble. You're heading towards the stairs. And as you make it over the
I'll
stairs...
cast Pass Without a Trace.
Mm-hmm. And do we have the family with us, or are we sending them to safety?
No, they're getting somewhere safe on their own. I guess they're following you towards the stairs at this point,
Great.
since that's where they were going to go.
Zay, how many people does your Pass Without a Trace impact, or is it an area?
It's an area.
Beautiful.
As you make your way over the rubble, you see that in the streets ahead of you, like on the bridge and along the alleyways, there are some members of Breg and Dareth, like fighting off these small choker creatures and like helping people. They've already sprung into action in the city. So you see like Teriador and Felrect, kind of like down towards the bridge.
Oh, we don't need to go that way after all.
You hear the discharge of one of their pistols.
Should we...
Back to the chasm then?
We need the dragons. We need much bigger firepower to deal with this.
Can we go talk to Squidly? Squidly's probably out in the city somewhere as well.
To the east, you all see something beginning to rise over the rooftops from the direction of the chasm. There's just this sort of like amorphous mass that's getting higher and higher, like almost like
Dragon shaped?
not dragon shaped. It's like this big blob, vaguely humanoid torso kind of rising out of where the chasm would be in the city. Big enough that you can see it over the rooftops.
Maybe
like
we
this-
can quick throw the aboleth into its maw.
It's kind of like the night creature from Princess Mononoke, like this sort of like oily magic thing with possibly eyes near the top. Hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm picturing the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
It's the same kind of material.
Think of that, Ray?
It's the same kind of material that this. I don't know what. Does the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man throw? Does he throw chunks of himself at the Ghostbusters?
Not as often as he could.
Okay. Well, that's what's happening here. So, like, there are pieces of it, and that's what you guys just got nailed by as a chunk of this magical stuff that soared over the city and slammed into you.
It feels like it's throwing it itself.
Or some of it's just like flying off of it as it kind of moves around.
It's like generic bombardment.
And you see like flashes of magic around the Chasm district, kind of like reining it in or trying to like keep it where it is.
Contained.
Yeah. But it seems to be bad. And you do hear the guards calling like, get to the wall, get to the Chasm district.
Let's get to the wall in the Chasm district.
Well, we could be cannon fodder. Or do we know if Bragg and Dart's getting involved? We see a few of them.
Yeah, it looks like we don't need to tell them to help out. They're already doing it.
I mean, they're not far away. You could go and talk to them.
Yeah.
Hey, Bragg and Darth.
Hey.
Teridor turns around and says, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Teridor.
Well, what? Hey, guys, this is crazy.
We were going to come let you know that this was going on, but it looks like you figured it out.
Yeah. Jarlaxle gave the order as soon as the sky started turning red.
Okay, great.
We're trying to help keep the people safe. I think Jarlaxle moved on towards the chasm.
Yeah, I think that's where we're headed too, based on cues that we've been getting.
Yeah, absolutely is. We just want to tell you
cues?
To go there.
Yeah.
What kind of cues?
Just the universe, kind of.
You mean like that big shadowy beast thing that's standing over there by the chasm?
That was a big tell, yes.
Yeah, apparently we've decided we need to get closer to that instead of farther away.
We're going to help.
Yeah, we're level 7.
You guys have a weird sense of cosmic destiny. I'm going to stay here.
Okay.
Well, we had to let it out so we could attack it.
That I know that logic. I've done the hero thing before.
Any advice for us while we attack this giant creature?
He rolls intelligence privately. Oh, he gets a nat 20. He says, "It looks like some kind of outpouring of magic, you know? Based on what I know about magic and planar travel, it seems like all that pent-up chaotic energy from the last 30 years might be spilling out all at once in the form of this giant thing. So if you can find some way to disrupt the magic, look for some kinds of sigils or something that's pinning it to the ground and try and break it. You gotta release the tension. It's like a fart you've been holding for too long."
Oh, I get it.
the light bulb comes
Let's
on.
Let's go. Yeah,
head.
I know what he's talking about. Let's go.
All right. I follow Scoot.
Teridor takes the people and brings them down towards the water.
Run, everybody, get to the fart clench.
The family's like, "Goodbye, thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't come by the fart clench. We will handle it."
It was SWOJ, the heroes of the Sword Coast. Tell all your friends.
Okay.
All right.
So we're heading towards the chasm.
Refilled with inspiration, Scoot is heading off.
So as you're making your way through, what do you guys all like? What's your travel method? Who are you trying to like help people? Are you being super stealthy with Pass Without Trace? Are you like trying to gather allies to you, move covertly? What are each of you doing? What's your like chaotic city? There's these small choker things squeezing out of the rocks. Occasionally other monsters like dropping down from rooftops. There's like weird magical miasma that's causing these creatures to appear. It seems like that, or they've just been pent up and they're crawling up from below.
I know that we need to get there with as much strength and spell ability left as possible to fight this thing. So trying not to attract attention, trying not to burn off our remaining abilities on small fodder.
Okay.
If I see people in distress, I would help them.
Each of you can make one roll with an ability of your choice to like choose like how you get like what you're doing as you travel through the city towards the Chasm district. So with Ilka, you might roll stealth.
Yeah.
And for Lark, you can make a dexterity roll.
Yeah,
acrobatics,
this would be like dodging and darting is how Lark would be moving through the city.
Okay.
Scoot would like to smash through rubble if it seems like if there's suddenly like a cart in the way, he just as he's on his trot, then he speeds up a little bit to try to bash it out of the way so we can keep moving as efficiently as possible.
Are you just worrying about SWOJ or about other people too as you go?
Well, I'm in the front. I'm trying to find the fastest, easiest path for everybody to get there.
Okay, sure.
And if I can use my strength to aid in that, that's what I would do.
Zay assists with that endeavor by molding earth to make the terrain more clear.
Okay. So mainly just focused on travel, not on like helping people aside from anyone who's You are still concentrating on Pass Without Trace.
I am, yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so if I weren't doing that to assist Ilka and Scoot in their endeavors, I would 100% be with Lark. So y'all should keep encouraging me to help you so that I don't get distracted by what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to keep Lark and Zay's blinders on of like, we could fight small fries all day long, and then that thing will kill us all.
Yeah, Lark is not about fighting the monsters. Like, I think he would instinctively know that you got to get to the chasm, but he's not going to run by, a family being crushed by rubble and terrorized by monsters. Like, he would help people as he was going. That's my instinct.
Okay, so make rolls for whatever you're doing, guys.
I rolled a
gets
16.
Okay.
18 stealth.
Very nice.
9 for strength.
Okay.
I'm spellcasting. You want to, for how well I can keep my concentration?
Roll
or?
stealth as well, since you're kind of just trying to help everyone get through.
20.
Nice.
Total.
So, yeah, you move relatively unimpeded. The only thing slowing you down is Lark occasionally helping people out of a situation, like prying a demon off of someone's head or running up to a rooftop quickly and then like diving down acrobatically to do thrilling acts of heroics. And then Scoot as well. You're occasionally bashing rubble, occasionally bashing demons.
My hat's back on, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So it slowed you down.
Yeah.
Wind resistance.
Yep.
So you come in and out of the Pass Without Trace. So you get a lot of shout outs like, look at that red hat. Oh, is that the criminal? No, it's one of the heroes of Waterdeep. Waterdeep? What?
No, heroes. I'll shout back. Heroes of the Sword Coast. We're rebranding.
So you're preaching the good word of SWOJ.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
I yell, he's more than one thing. He can be a criminal and a hero.
Ooh.
Scoot, what do you say?
Morally gray. What a modern tale.
You have to understand the nuance of the situation. Let's go, rally.
So, yeah, it takes you guys maybe about an hour to get through the city. So Pass Without Trace wears off for lasts about an hour. Yeah. But, as you get closer towards the Chasm district, there's more of a guard presence. You don't see many masks as you go. But the rubble intensifies, the wreckage intensifies. It seems like it's kind of like not like a quarantine zone, but the guards have tried to help get people out, and they've set up kind of roadblocks to try to keep the demons and other things in. And so you kind of skirt around them. Nobody really tells you to stop from the Neverwinter Guard side. You don't see many masks. Like, it's unclear why they've all evacuated, because in the past there were more masks than City Guard, but they're not around. Occasionally you see a couple, but for the most part they've left. You see some of the Harpers fighting. At one point you pass by, you're pretty sure you see Squidly helping some people get to safety towards the north side of the city. And eventually you reach the wall, the wall around the chasm. The wall hasn't been in good repair lately. There are already kind of big, broken up pieces of it, stuff that just wasn't really well built to begin with and never got maintained. Lord Neverember was actually in the process of decommissioning the wall prior to this. So there are big pieces of it that are under construction. And that's where all the city defenders have kind of congregated, is all these gaps in the wall. You can see spellcasters and knights and other guards fending back various horrors, mostly kind of those chokers and magical shades that are somewhat translucent. Occasionally a larger demon comes through and they get kind of cordoned off by the caster is trying to banish it or control it.
I just can't help it. It's in my head. Everyone's taken up this little section of the wall where it's been kind of in disrepair. And if I look 3-4 sections down, I see the D&D group from the cartoon. The blonde haired, the pointed hats. And they're just rocking it, just dropping enemies like crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, every adventurer in the city is here. Anyone who cares about Neverwinter is defending. So
this is awesome.
So what do you all choose to do once you get there? What are you looking for? How are you approaching?
So we're supposed to look for something that is focusing this energy so that we can break the wall.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
something tethering it to the ground.
Yeah, I look around. Do I see anything that looks like sigils?
Well, you got to get right up to the base of it. It's kind of like this kraken-y torso. It's got arms with just wild magic-y tendrils whipping out of them that are dozens and dozens of feet long, arcing over the whole chasm district. So you'd have to get right up to the edge of the chasm to see what's going on where it meets the ground. So if that's what you want to do, you can press in further.
Is that what we need?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Say begins to press in.
Okay.
Do we see any of the masks or Neverember or any of the the other city, like higher ups that we were just talking to?
Yeah, as you push through, you kind of weave through a couple blocks of houses towards the open area around the chasm. And by the edge, you see Dagult Neverember himself, as well as a variety of guards. Like trying to break these sigils. There are many of these arcane wards around the base of this thing, and also occasionally it comes down with this magic-y arm-like appendage and slams down, and the arm itself has arcane runes flickering in and out of existence along its side, and they're like blasting them and trying to shatter them with their axes. And as they do, bits of miasma come flying out and occasionally fly out over the city, and this thing is just kind of erupting in every direction. As you get closer, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, dear.
9.
5.
14.
12.
Yeah, all 4 of you are knocked off your feet as like the ground itself. You can tell this magical energy of this thing is extending under the ground, like not just below it, but under the whole area that you're in. And the ground kind of heaves, and you're all knocked off your feet. And at the same time, one of its tendrils comes slamming down and hits right where the 4 of you are sitting.
Ow.
1d4 damage each.
An 18
We each take 18, you're saying?
to hit.
Oh, 18 to hit. Yeah, that's that hits.
That hits me.
So that's, a good 17 damage, 17 bludgeoning damage as you're packed into the ground. And you're within range, so you can go back into initiative if you'd like to, using the same initiative. The bad guy is slower this time, after Zay. But you see Dagult Neverember ahead of you kind of leading these groups. You see around the chasm some members of Bregan Dareth. You're pretty sure you see what might be a land shark coasting up and out of the ground, like Free Willy style. Unclear if it's fleeing the scene, if it's Shaleheart or a different one.
Yeah.
Some of the guards chase after it.
So I'm up first then?
Yeah, Scoot, you go first.
All right. So what are the melee fellas that I see around doing? Are they trying to use their axes when the sigils on the arms get down there? Is that what happens?
Both, yeah. So right now there's this tendril right next to you guys that just slammed you, and you kind of like, crawled out from around it.
Okay. And is that one that has sigils on it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll just rage up and take a swing whatever I can.
Okay.
All right.
The sigils that the other ones are destroying are on the creature. They're not like around it on the ground.
On it, yeah, like right, like whatever its like quote unquote solid form is.
Okay. All righty. So first is going to be a 15.
Hits.
Oh, okay. Damage. I said damage. That's 9 plus 4 fire.
Nice.
That's attack 1. Attack 2 is that's a 10.
10 does not hit. It doesn't make it in.
Yeah.
It just bounces off.
Yep. All right.
Okay, the sigil flickers, but it's not destroyed yet.
Yeah.
As the tendril like slowly recedes.
It's a start. And then I just giving it a shot. I just yell, Shaleheart!
Okay.
And
no response immediately.
I didn't think so. I was just like, just see if this works.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think, guys. I'm just trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job, Scoot.
Thanks, Lark. I got notes on it, but I think I'll do better next time.
Ilka, what do you want to do?
Is it just one enemy?
Well, there are things like spawning off of it,
Mm-hmm.
like little shades and those chokers. They're rising up from the ground or falling off of it, of this like nexus of magical energy. But around you, it's just this one tendril right now. There's nothing like immediately.
With multiple sigils on the tendril that's by us.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
For now.
I'm going to make fun of the tendril.
Go on.
I'm going to vicious mockery at the tendril and tell it that it is nothing but an overgrown eel and it is wiggly and truly it will be made into sushi. And it needs some wisdom, and if it's bad at that, it gets some disadvantage for a bit.
I wish the whole book was written like that. It's like imagination.
It fails.
Good. It
It's
takes
a 10.
a little bit of psychic damage, takes 6 psychic damage, but more importantly, it has a disadvantage on its next attack roll that it makes.
Excellent. The giant magical kraken creature looks like it might have just felt something for the first time. It wheels around towards the 4 of you
Uh-oh.
and regards you.
Because I will turn it into sushi. Meanwhile, I will throw Bardic Inspiration at Lark, and it will sound like a dimly terrible version of the eel's man-child.
Oh, nice. Concertina's out.
Yeah, you know it.
Lark, it's your turn.
Okay. Lark will attack one of the sigil that Scoot was just working on, but also yell up to the creature that it should let us destroy these sigils and release it.
Roll persuasion, Lark. Jesus
That is
Christ.
a nat 20.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
So persuasion is charisma. So that's 22.
It's really getting mixed messages from you guys.
Oh, wait, it's a 24.
First it was put down, and now you're entreating it. Again, like, what seems like eyeballs like appear and disappear where the head might be, like the head stump area of this giant magical kaiju. And it's kind of like blinking at you with all these large and small eyes, sort of like spider head almost style. But it seems to be pausing to consider what you said, Lark. Do you want to do anything else or just talk to it?
Do you mind if I destroy some more sigils to help?
No response. It's not speaking.
Pause.
The ground rumbles like crazy.
I'll hold my attack after all. Seeing that it paused, I'm going to hold my attack and not actually attack the sigil.
Unless it does something threatening.
Yeah.
Okay. Zay, you do get the sense that the land shark, a few hundred feet away, is wheeling around, like coasting through the cobblestones as cobblestones are going flying as it kind of like surfs along the surface of the road.
Uh-oh.
It's very destructive.
How close is Dagult from where we are?
He's about 100 feet ahead of you, like right by the edge of the chasm.
Right by the edge of the chasm. So
Yep.
we're like 100 feet from the edge of
They're
the chasm?
about, yeah, like you're on the edge of the clearing that surrounds the chasm. So there's
Okay.
an open space of like road, and there might have been like tents and stalls in this area that have since been thrown away or smashed away.
Okay, I'm going to... How close are we to the river?
You're a ways away, like you're a good quarter of the city away.
Sure.
Several hundred feet.
I am going to continue moving toward Dagult and that group 25 feet closer,
If you take dash, you can go 50. Your full action.
which gets me about halfway there.
Yep.
And I'm going to yell out, this way, guys,
To them,
to my companions.
Okay.
While keeping an eye on that land shark.
Zay charges ahead. At this point, the magical creature, it seems to have stopped attacking you all after Lark calls out to it.
With the nat 20.
Yeah. However, the other people attacking its base are still smashing sigils, and one particularly large sigil gets broken in half, causing the thing to like writhe and burble outwards, kind of chaotically. And all of a sudden, like 4 shadowy beings spawn from somewhere along its side near where the sigil was broken. And one of the creatures, like Dementor style, tries to grab. Well, actually, they all kind of swirl around Dagult and try to grab him and suck the life out of him. 14, 13, 13, and 19. They all succeed. Dagult collapses on the ground as these shadows weave around him, draining the strength from him.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm. At the same time, the beast fires off a shadowy blast out of one of its like exploding pores from its side, which takes out a good, like in a 60-foot cone away from you guys. Some of the defenders of Neverwinter are sent flying or blasted back into the buildings. So it is the land shark's turn. The land shark's going to cruise towards you guys. It's a couple hundred feet away, getting closer. Scoot, it's your turn.
You said Dagult was knocked down?
Yes.
Is he just being like pounced on, or is he unconscious?
He's getting dementored. So they're not like tangible things, but they're like kind of crouching over him and standing over him. And there's like a stream of magical energy being sucked out of his mouth and his eyes.
You said that's like 30 feet away. He's like a tendril. Okay, I thought he was like a ways over.
He's over by the edge, so he's maybe like 80 feet away from you. Yeah.
80 feet?
Yeah, because you guys are on the edge of this area.
I'd like to note that it's the baddies and then the friendos, so we still don't know if the land shark is a baddie or a friendo.
Okay, so what else is around me then? So we've got... That's 80 feet away. I'm basically splitting the party if I make it over there. I can make it over there in a
I'm
turn.
on the way over there. I'm on my way. I will
like
get there
halfway.
next turn.
Yeah.
She's like, this way.
Oh! Let's do it.
Okay.
Follow me. I forget what she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
So you
This way, everyone.
dash action?
Oh, absolutely. This is
Scoots past me.
I'm Captain America running past the front line, running and jumping over there. But unfortunately, Captain America has more actions than I do. So I go 40 feet, dash, go 40 more feet, get right to him and go, ah! And that's...
The Neverwinter Philharmonic Orchestra is in the background.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Like when the Titanic is sinking.
Topical.
I'm here, Dagult!
And he's like, other guards are rushing towards you as well to like
Okay.
defend Daggelt and get them away. So there's a whole mob kind of charging towards this point
Gotcha.
where these shadows just spawned.
All right.
Ilka, it's your turn.
Of course it is. How far am I from the beast?
Well, from the tendril that's receding, you're like right by it still.
Oh.
Otherwise, like the base of it, where Daggelt and Scoot and Ilka or Zay are headed,
You had to get one an episode.
you're like 80 feet away or so.
Oh, 80. That's not
80 to 100.
too
And,
much.
it kind of varies.
Yeah, I'll just keep messing with this tendril because it still impacts the main thing, which is a neat thing about tentacles. We're gonna toll the dead at it.
Oh,
Yeah. Is my target missing any hit points?
yes.
Good. It needs some wisdom saving throw.
It succeeds. It gets a 19
What?
plus 4, so 23.
What? Then nothing happens.
The magical energy is too much.
Simply too much.
You're bonging it with your toll.
Thank you for adding to the orchestra.
Yep. There's
Yeah.
a big tolling dead sound,
Good job.
and nothing happens. So
I know.
Clang, clang,
I'm inspired.
good. Bonus
Clang.
action. I will throw to Scoot. Literally throw things at him.
Nice catch.
This is gonna have a sort of
Thanks.
miserable dead sound.
Sort of miserable.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Feel inspired, Scoot.
Is this foreshadowing I'm holding in my hand right now?
What is this? Is Bardic Inspiration for you a 1d8 now or 1d6?
Yes, 1d8.
Okay.
The jangling and the clangling of the jangling and the clangling of the bells. Lark.
So the giant kaiju monster turned when I talked to it last time.
Mhm.
What has it done? Like
It's acting pretty stoic, but there's still people attacking it all around the chasm, and those are causing bursts of magical energy. It's just kind of regarding you with its what might be eyes or head. It's not speaking though.
okay, I give it the just a second like finger.
One finger.
Yeah, and then
Doctor
start
Strange.
running towards Daggelt, to running towards the direction that everyone else is, and yelling, "Can we stop attacking for just a second?"
Okay.
So I'm doing. So I'm using my action to run at the same direction everybody else is.
Okay, so you're like in between Scoot and Zay.
I don't know. Zay's not.
Or do you move
much-
as fast as
I
Scoot
think.
does?
Oh, no, I certainly don't.
So you got 60, but that's your bonus action, so you still have an action?
Oh, you have the
Well,
rogue
I could dash. Yeah, I could dash. I'll dash.
That
So
gets
you
you,
make it as well.
that gets you 60.
Yeah.
And then I guess you could go another 30 if you wanted to use your action. Well, can you dash twice? Yeah, you can dash twice.
No, I don't think I can. It's my full action.
I'm not sure how the cunning action dash works. If you can do it twice or.
Or I guess bonus action.
It makes it
dash.
a bonus action.
It is
so
a bonus
you had your
action
movement,
dash.
your action, and your bonus action because it's a dash.
Yeah, so you can move and do an action.
That's all. Well,
So
I was talking. I guess. Oh, that's free action. I will get as far as I can using my bonus dash as well. So does that get me all the way there, or pretty close? It's 90 feet. So then it'd be just shy.
90 with no action or 60 in an action.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were a little farther out than I was, so I had farther to
I'm
go,
getting close,
and-
but I'm not there. I think.
While we were
Yes.
talking, I just checked the
Maybe
rules,
there.
and you can dash twice. So you can move, dash, and do your cunning action dash. So go 90 feet. So you can
Okay.
make it all the way there if you want to.
All right, I do.
Okay.
And yelling, stop attacking for just a minute.
Okay, and the shadows are still like sucking the life out of Daggelt
Yeah.
while you say that. But people are noticing you, and you're very loud.
And I have a hat on, so
And you have a
that just draws attention.
boisterous, bombastic red hat. Zay, it's your turn. You're halfway in between where you were and where the rest of the group is headed. There's a
I
tendril receding next to you.
run 25 more feet forward and cast Fairy Fire on the area around Daggelt.
Okay. Dex saves.
And then I use my bonus action to cast Balm of the Summer Court on myself.
What's the DC?
Oh,
For Fairy
sorry. 15.
The shadows are affected by it. They're actually the fact that the sun is rising is causing them to kind of be a little unstable, and so the fairy fire sticks to them.
Do I need a dex save
Hey.
too?
Yes, if you're around the area.
So I crit failed, but I have a +6. Doesn't matter, and a +6 more from my bardic inspiration to get to 13. Or do you just want to know that it's a crit fail?
No, I mean crit fails don't generally apply for saves.
Okay,
Although we play them up like they do.
then I had 13.
Does
Um,
bardic inspiration work on saves? I think it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you
was-
can't go invisible now.
I was 10
So
feet
there.
away. Do you want me to roll a dex?
We'll say no. Since you were still getting there.
I'm happy I'm so slow.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah. So now you glow, which gives other people, or if anything attacks you,
Sure.
advantage.
What color is it this time?
Orange.
I was just finally getting the glitter off from last
Like
time.
hazard.
And I was recovering it. Poof.
It does last the spell's for a minute, so there might be a little residue, but
Nice.
it fades. Okay. At this point, the land shark is about 1 round away. The other guards all pile in and just start blasting the 4 shadows that are attacking Daggold.
We're blasting the foreshadowing.
Ew.
Nice.
They're blasting the foreshadowing, and 2 of them go down. There are 2 shadows left, as about 6 guards, 6 knights, and 1 cleric make their way within range to attack. Swords, bows, sacred flame. Boom, 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 boom. No one seems to be stopping attacking around the area, though, Lark. Like, the message is not being repeated around the chasm.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, I keep yelling it. Hopefully I can get Daggold to say it.
okay. What's the message? Just stop attacking?
Stop attacking for just stop attacking for a minute. It might make things better. It might stop making things worse.
Okay. Daggold tries to stand up. He does not stand up, but he gets on one knee and tries to resist these things, and he kind of like roars like a lion. And he says, "What do you mean, Wave Silver?"
I had a really good roll when I suggested that we would when I was talking to it earlier. It seems to be considering maybe letting us break the sigils to release it or do something, but it seemed to respond to my entreaty. Like it's considering my suggestion. And it seems like all of these monsters keep blowing out when we break one of the sigils. Maybe if we stop for just a second and think about how to do this, we can stop adding to the chaos.
He just nods and says, "Noted." But it's a pretty chaotic situation. Again,
Yeah.
there's stuff flying all over the place. Scoot, what would you like to do?
Well,
You can talk us free too.
I would say, well, I'd really like to keep fighting, but I've got 6 guards, Lark, Zay, Daggold.
And a couple of gooey shadows
and
still.
2 gooey shadows around me, correct?
Mhm.
Ilka, you're still, where are you now?
I'm farther away, messing
Okay.
with a tentacle.
Okay.
But
What I would like to do is I want to pick Daggold up and take him 40 feet away from where, or however far I can travel while carrying him. If he's if he's like kicking and screaming, I'll just set him down. But I want her to get him away from the Dementor shadow.
he accepts your support, and the 2 Dementor shadow people tried to drain your strength, Scoot.
It's going to be at it a while.
One gets a 10, one gets an 8. So, yeah, your strength is too strong for them,
Saying.
traveler.
Man,
Scoot, if you bring him to me, I can stabilize him.
I hear that.
she yells in the distance.
Scoot!
And I go, "Let's go, Dolphin." And Daggold doesn't know I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to my shoulder tattoo. And I just taking him and I'm going.
He's baffled. Yeah, he's like, "That's a new one."
He meant Dauphin. Dauphin.
Like a
yeah.
leader. In
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little French prince.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to call this badass wizard.
Lark and Ilka with their formal education.
Yep.
I just Scoot looks back and forth confused. Yeah, I just want to get him out of range.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can get him, I guess.
Would you feel like 40 feet? Because picking him up is probably the action.
I would say you're moving at like half speed. So
Okay, 20 feet.
20 feet. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
get away from the edge.
Get him and get him 20 feet away, and then I definitely put myself between Daggold and the shadows.
Sounds good. Ilka, what would you like to do?
How far am I from Daggold? Our little dolphin friend.
About 50 or 60 feet.
Good. Well, I can't cast to him, so I'll begin moving in his direction and joining the fray, because I'm not really making any dents in this tentacle.
It's getting pretty far away from you now. Like just the very end of the tentacle is near you as it kind of recedes and rises back up into the air.
Yeah. I'm going to use my action to get over to Daggold.
Okay.
And can I stabilize him when I get there?
If you're doing your action to dash to get over to them, then no.
Great. I'll pat him on the head and call him a good little dolphin.
Like, I'll get to you, little buddy. Yeah.
And he says,
What is happening?
just a normal D&D game. Everyone who's listening has been around the table knows this is what it sounds like.
Daggold has a praise kink. We don't judge.
Don't know the burden of leadership. Lark, it's your turn.
Okay. Shouting to Daggle that he should try to stop the attack, I will attack the two shadowy guys.
All right. Roll it.
16.
Hits.
So I guess I'll roll the damage first. So this is my rapier. That is an 11. And is it engaged currently with some?
No.
I won't roll sneak attack then. So then, yeah, that's my main hand damage.
11.
Yep.
The shadow like flutters in the air.
Then I'll offhand with the dragon tooth. Oh, maybe I won't. 11.
Nope, not quite.
Yep, that's all I have.
Okay. One of the shadows is super ragged, and it's then Zay's turn.
Is Lark still engaged with these guys? Okay.
Yep. You're pretty close.
Yeah. I run toward like an unoccupied section of the wall and cast Thunder Wave to try to destroy some additional sigils.
Towards the being's side, you mean? Like the edge of the chasm where it's coming out? That'd be where the sigils are, like along where it's touching the ground.
Oh, the sigils aren't on the wall. They're on
the magic
creature
itself.
next to the wall. I misunderstood.
The creature is coming out of the chasm, yeah.
Right. So when you talked about Daggold earlier destroying sigils, they were just the sigils that are near the wall.
They're on the creature.
And they're on the creature. Oh, I misunderstood.
The chasm's in the center
I thought
of the
it was
district.
both.
The creature's coming out of the chasm, and then the wall circles the district. So there's a few hundred feet between the wall and the chasm itself, where the creature is coming out.
I totally misunderstood that.
Okay.
I thought there was sigils on the wall keeping him in, as well as sigils on the creature.
Got it.
Okay.
But you can't attack the sigils on the creature, near the shadows and the guards and everyone else.
I think we called a truce there, so I'm going to see if shadows can be. Have I noticed if the so you were able to use your rapier on the. Okay, so I'm going to take out my hand crossbows and shoot at the shadows.
Go for it.
10.
Does not hit.
I have 2. I probably just roll for one. Okay.
Just the one shot?
I have 2, but do I just roll once for both, or?
Well, I don't think you can dual wield hand crossbows unless you're trained in it.
Oh, is that someone else? Were these intended for someone else?
They weren't intended for anybody. You just have them.
Okay.
That was for when we just got handed items. We had nothing and we were searching for stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lark still has his Star Watch that he hasn't used.
I still have an anchor.
Yeah. I didn't think that through. That is all that's it.
Poof, do you want to say anything or take any other movement?
Oh no, I missed.
Okay.
And this is why we got to end the writer strike.
Amen. Okay, the two shadows are going to glom onto Zay and try to drain her strength.
No.
I'm still pretty far from them. How?
Weren't you like 20 feet away or so? Or 30 feet away?
Are they? Okay.
Do they leave to go get her? Then do I get an attack of opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
Also, so my sneak attack is if there is another enemy within 5 feet of them, I do get sneak attack. So if the other soldiers and watch are around, I mean, we have to wreck on them. I'm just saying, next time. I have a giant flow chart, but I didn't bring it today, so it's kind of complicated to figure out.
We'll say they're still moving in, so like they're not quite distracting the shadows yet.
Got it. But I do get an attack of opportunity, you said?
Yes.
And I roll a nat 1, so...
Excellent.
Go get him, shadows!
Yeah.
She's over there!
Right?
She's not very strong!
Oh, Lark!
Sorry, I tried!
Yeah, you slice the air like it's never been sliced before, Lark. But the shadows are undisturbed, and they attack Zay. 1 gets an 18. 1 gets a 12.
12 misses.
Okay. And Zay, as the mouth of this shadow starts to drain the strength from you, like 10 feet away, it's like little arcing ribbon of life energy leaves your body. And you take 12 necrotic damage. Your strength is reduced by 3.
Oof.
Until your next rest.
So does that put me at like -3 for my modifier?
No.
-2, -3?
Oh, 3 overall, not your modifier.
What's your strength score?
5.
Oh.
With
then
this.
it probably does put you at -2.
-2.
I see. 5 after that.
Yeah, you're at -2.
Then -2.
Yeah.
-2. Okay.
He's not. You don't have to write it down. He's not going to remember that.
I'm keeping track. It also says, in case you're wondering, it also says that if your strength goes down to 0, you die. So heads up.
Capital D die?
Capital D.
God, I have to tank this too.
What?
So it's a good thing the other one missed.
Yeah. Shaleheart,
Wait,
come
wait,
help
wait.
Zay.
What do you mean if your strength goes down to 0?
That's just what these shadows do.
You have a 10.
Your modifier is 0.
Good God.
Scores and modifiers.
Like, I'm dead. What?
You're already dead.
Yeah,
it
that
makes
was the
sense.
point.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. We're going to find out just how the mechanic of Ilka's undead
Is
works.
this like poisoning an undead? Does she just get stronger if this happens?
Yeah, right. It's like Final Fantasy 1.
I
You
just
cure on the
beast us
final
all
boss.
through this fight.
Nice. The tentacle. Well, let's see. Yeah, the big thing is still it's not like going for you guys, even though you smacked its sigil a few times. It's still just considering, and it's still like spouting off magical energy and blasts of damaging miasma around the chasm and other places. But there's still something to this as far as like addressing it. Its eyes are still watching you, Lark, specifically. And at this, Shaleheart, or what you assume might be Shaleheart, a land shark, comes bursting out of the rubble about 20 feet away, and lands on the shadows, basically like right in the middle of them, and just starts ripping away, whipping its head back and forth.
Good job,
8
Shaleheart.
rows of teeth when you consider the 2 sides of its jaws.
Way to go, Shaleheart!
Shaleheart.
Yeah, and the one that was already fluttering just gets pulverized by this land shark. And Shaleheart's like, thanks, guys.
Hey.
Didn't realize the top side would be so crazy, though.
It isn't usually.
Okay.
How are the kids?
I don't. They're right behind me,
Yay.
and you see like the cobblestones like rumbling.
Hi,
around the
cobblestones. I assume that's their name.
chasm. And Shaleheart's like, we should probably get out of here.
Yes.
I mean, we gotta help.
Oh, do we?
I think so.
We're gonna try.
For you guys, I will.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Shaleheart.
Yeah, if you and the kids can see if there's any more of these slimy, shadowy creatures around town, you can take care of them.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Don't eat any people though.
Try to not eat many people.
I will not,
Otherwise, the people will get the wrong idea, and this will get more chaotic.
unless they are shadowy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
shadowy.
yes.
It's your turn, Scoot.
All right.
Well,
So-
well, first of all, quickly, sorry. Daggelt Neverember is going to turn and ask you directly, Lark. As Scoot's hauling him away, like, what do you mean? Talk to it. What can we do?
I'm not sure, but it's considering, and I think if we just give it a second, there might be a way to do this where we can release the pent up pressure from this, from keeping it contained without destroying the city. I'm not sure. I don't have a specific plan, but I don't know. Maybe there's an option here.
I'll ask the experts, he says, and he gets out a sending stone and starts issuing questions and orders into it. Like, I have a report here that maybe if we, hold off and maybe I'll attack at once or stop attacking, it might have a bigger effect than this kind of random sigil breaking we're doing now. And he's listening to it. There's conversation going on, and that takes us to Scoot.
Okay. So he's up. He's talking.
Yes.
There's no shadows. Shaleheart just splatted them.
Both of them, or is there one still on Zay?
There's still one
So what? Oh, is that?
pursuing Zay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm all over that one.
Okay.
Rushing, grabbing, attacking.
Yep.
That is 15. Yes, 15.
15 does it hits? Yep.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
We'll call that 14 slashing damage and 11 fire damage. 25 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance I got advantage on that guy?
The first hit was enough, and
Oh,
Daggelt
yeah.
Neverember attacks it as well. So between the two of you, you're just
Ow.
pulverizing the shadow.
Oh, all right.
It just gets scissored by your axe and his sword, his long sword.
And I start coming back with the other swing. It's like, oh, okay.
And it's already flopping down, yeah.
Nice job, Sir Dolphin.
I don't understand, but
Yeah,
thank you. You too.
it's a thing. And am I able to? I still have an action, but that's part of that attack. I've got multi-attack, I should say.
You have another attack, yeah.
Yes, but there's no more enemies. Do I save that, or is that just gone now?
Well, you can move and then attack something else if you choose to.
What else is around? What do we got?
Just the sigils and city guards.
Not doing that.
Land sharks.
Yep. I'm just gonna end my turn there and just be in a defensive posture.
Okay. Okay.
Because I am also getting mixed messages. Lark's really sure about this.
Mhm.
Daggelt seems to be kind of coming into that idea a little bit, and I don't want to interrupt that. So unless there's an immediate threat about to attack one of my allies, I'm just holding.
Ilka, what would you choose to do?
I
There are
don't.
no immediate threats, just the big kaiju, which is kind of wheeling around and getting attacked elsewhere.
But we are trying to convince it to stand down.
You are, and Daggle's talking to someone right now, but there's no immediate, end of conflict yet. Just in the immediate area. We can go out of initiative if you guys want to. You're not immediately fighting something, unless you want to start tearing into the kaiju again or something.
No, I want to sing it a happy little song and see if it gets over itself.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't think I have any happy little songs that do. Most of my songs are kind of attacky songs.
Goes through a whole catalog.
Right?
thinking through.
Right. Can I?
What's in my
Well, if you
repertoire?
just want to do a performance check, I can offer guidance.
Yeah.
Give
Sing
you
a song
+4.
of peace.
I'm going to sing a song. And I'm going to use... No. I'm just going to perform. I'm going to sing it a pretty little song about how it is really tough being a big monster and the only one of your kind and nobody understands. And really, if we could all talk about our feelings some more and let loose what was pent up on us in the earth, this would be less stressful for everyone involved.
That's the title of the episode.
Yeah.
22.
Wow, pride die again.
Yeah. What kind of song is it? What
It's
mood or
plaintive.
what-
It is on the concertina. I am aping that same song from Captain's Courageous. Set a cabbage to fish cake who lay on a dish. I'm a beautiful cabbage, you're only 2 fish. But instead, it's about a kaiju, a giant kaiju who thinks that he is big and scary, but when you break him down, he is 2 little fish lying on a dish.
Oh my god. Okay, it echoes. This is a chasm after all, even though there's all this magical energy flowing through it. And I assume you use a little bit of magic to amplify your sound as a bard.
I feel like I'm skinning Song of Rest
Okay.
into
Okay.
this.
And some other people in the area start to hum along instinctively. The land sharks are humming as they kind of circle around, giving a bit of a bass vibe to it. Do any of you guys join in, or do you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
And
yeah, Zay knows this one.
We all join hands in a big circle.
Sway back and forth.
Yeah.
I hum as best I can.
Is this absolutely where you thought this fight would go?
That's exactly what I had written.
And then when the song circles start.
And yeah, within about a minute, Daggle's like, wait, it's not attacking anymore? Okay, try singing. And he's like, and around the chasm, the city melts into a sort of group therapy as the bursts of magic cease, and the creature is still towering over the chasm district, but it sinks down a little bit, and the writhing tendrils and arm-like appendages that it has subside and kind of melt back into its torso, and the eyes, for the most part, close or look like half-lidded or asleep. There are still sounds of chaos and burning and violence from small magical uplifting things and demons elsewhere in the city, but for the moment, the chasm district is quiet.
Twin Portals is produced and edited by Scott Hebert. The adventure is created by our Dungeon Master Matthias Valero, and the rest of the Silver Waves of Justice are played by Kendra Carlson, Beth Brophy, and Justin Peck. Friendly reminder, our next live show is coming up at the end of August. Specifically, Saturday, August 26th, we will be back at the Teatro Zaccone for a 7 p.m. recording. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and all the rest of the details are the same. Come early, grab a seat, no charge, and live dice rolls projected on our 100-inch screen. Come on down and we will see what sort of shenanigans we will try to hug our way out of this time. A big reason we sound as good as we do is the love and support from a fella named Scott Lillo. Scott has helped guide Twin Portals through all of the technical growing pains every step of the way. Like so many people we all know, Scott has been hit with the double whammy of medical problems followed by financial problems. I could fill an hour talking about what a wise, kind, and generous soul he is. A GoFundMe has been set up. There's a link at the top of the show notes. And if you have a little extra that you can send to someone so very deserving of a little help, we sure hope you would. Scott Hebert is a fiscal year 2023 recipient of a Creative Support for Individuals grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board. This activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Thank you to Leland Campana for use of his song of Vernum as our theme song. Thank you to the Teatro Zaccone, Mary Fox, and Sarah Rolfson for their support. And once again, thank you all so much for listening to Twin Portals.
Binder.
But it fits in there. Beautiful.
Sure. Yeah.
Trapper keeper.
Ties in.
In between her bosom.
Yes. In Ilka's Trapper Keeper.
I'm picturing like Total Recall.
Yes.
Just sneaking,
Oh, yeah.
just sneaking an avocado
Like the
in
little
there.
person on their chest?
No,
or what?
No,
the
there's
three,
three.
the three breast
Yeah, yeah,
lady.
yeah.
God, you are just a darling human being there, Matthias. You are just so
Too pure for
innocent.
this
I just want
My
world.
a little
God.
dude to take the stone
Yeah.
and be like, yes.
Yeah, that's. You're fine. Good for you.